is.
Summer is upon us.
Oh, man, Okay, we haven't started the competition yet, even though I just lost it. But
As the Olympics have started in Paris.
Doc has some Olympic news to share.
Hold on, we have not gotten to this.
We have not gotten it.
We have not gotten to the sponsorships yet of this year's Olympics. Okay. Well, this year the Olympics have been sponsored by Satan. Yes.
Yeah.
As one would deduce from the opening ceremony of the Olympics and from all the outcry from it, Satan must have sponsored.
I mean,
this
did you
year's
get that? I thought Celine Dion was
Satan?
Was beautiful up there.
I think she did great. Yeah. And
yeah.
I thought she killed it vocally. Hopefully she was singing live. I don't know. That's
maybe
one would assume.
Shit, and that horse running on the water.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool, right?
I didn't watch any of it, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
But then
the Last Supper.
there you go. I didn't even see it. Okay.
Oh man,
I've seen plenty of the TikToks,
I had to watch it today. I had to YouTube it. It was pretty blatant.
I saw a lot of it, but did not for some reason didn't see that. I saw the fashion show.
Yeah.
But did not see the So okay.
I heard there was like a gay Papa Smurf out there or something.
That was okay. That was either, depending on your source, either Dionysus, did I say that right?
Yeah.
Or a Smurf Jesus. I'm just
podcast name.
Okay.
I got my glove in, but Smurf Jesus.
Man, I am like laughing hysterically at some people's. I mean, this is the end of times. Obviously, Satan has inherited the earth, all because of the French and their opening ceremony.
I mean, do you let something like that offend you? I mean,
I didn't.
The hardcore Christians out there,
yeah,
right? I mean, does it?
So if it does, you're probably not that hardcore then, because everybody at that table that they're grappling about, probably should be at Jesus's table. Don't you agree?
I would. I mean, yeah.
All right then.
In my understanding and estimation of it, I would agree.
I mean, how are you going to get pissed off at non-believers for doing stupid crap that non-believers are going to do?
When Jesus said, "Everybody sits at my table." Snowflakes everywhere.
They do.
Snowflakes
they
everywhere.
do.
But I'm in stitches at some of the hysterics that people are bringing up about this. And it's like, okay, it's the French for one, kind of. And then there's also, well, this doesn't have a place in sports and, the world theater of Olympics. But I don't know. So what to you, was it Dionysus or was it their mocking of Da Vinci's Last Supper?
Oh, I think it was totally a mocking of Da Vinci's Last Supper.
So who was the blue guy then?
It was Dionysus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But he didn't have anything to do with the Last Supper, right?
No, but
they wanted, that's what they wanted to convey.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
it's like and well, I only take understanding that opening ceremony so far, but it's the French are kind of notorious for being the Dionysian European culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could just sum it up with, it's the French.
It's the French.
Yeah.
It's the French, right?
It's the French.
Man.
But the outrage has been kind of comical, and it's like the perpetually offended that are always complaining about the other perpetually offended.
I get the offense. Like it was Last Supper-like.
But there's snowflakes everywhere. Everybody is a snowflake these days, right? Everybody's just bitching.
Well, I mean, for me, like, I got on Facebook yesterday, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, here's a picture of the Last Supper. There was something that happened in between the Last Supper and the pale white horse, but everybody was like, oh, it's the signaling of the end. And I'm like, it's
the pale white horse. It was a metal horse carrying the Olympic torch, which I thought was kind of badass.
Yeah.
I thought they killed that. And the lighting show on the Eiffel Tower. And then they roped in Celine Dion with children. It also had something to do with Satan inheriting the earth.
Well, I kept my nose out of it just because, man, I like the Olympics.
Yeah.
I do. I don't remember the last time I've watched the opening ceremonies.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever actually have watched the entire opening ceremonies.
Really? Yeah.
So
I like to watch them just to see, like, because they kind of bring in their own, where they're hosted, they're bringing in part of their country's culture, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing.
I hope we didn't do that.
I would think the French did that well.
Yeah, they did that well. But,
so who is this mystery man that's talking on our podcast?
Exactly. We got to tell people, or better yet, let people tell.
Let people tell us.
Let him tell people. Oh, God Almighty, man, we're out of practice. It's been a few.
You're rusty. I can tell.
Yeah, let him tell people who he is.
Yeah, introduce yourself.
My name's Drew Davis. I live in Bridgeport, Texas. I was lucky caller number 5.
Yeah, winner, chicken dinner.
The big time winner. See, that's what happens on this show. If you win, we bring you on the show and talk to you. And we pour you premium whiskey too.
Speaking of winning, did you go get your winnings yet?
Oh yes,
nice.
All of those cigars were used.
Friday he gave you used Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, they were. Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Like times are tough.
Give you butts,
right?
Yeah.
So the chief give you used cigars.
Is it called a roach if it's a cigar?
I think.
Yeah.
It's a.
I get it.
But you were indeed caller number 5.
Yeah.
With the correct answers, which were fuel and penicillin. A lot of people bounced around the fuel with saying ethanol, which I mean we would have accepted.
We talk about it. Yeah.
Ethanol is a fuel, right?
Yeah. Fuel for drunkenness.
I was going to say, if you said whiskey too, I mean it's a fuel for me. We are fueled by whiskey.
That's right. That's how we keep going.
So, anyways, but yeah, Drew's here with us, the winner of the trivia, and he's going to, I don't know, just chat with us.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself first? Because I don't know you from Adam right now.
Man, I'm a 28-year-old guy that lives in Bridgeport, work at one of the lovely rock crushers in Chico.
Nice.
Take care of my grandmother full time and enjoy whiskey, cigars, and hanging out with good people.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know, really.
A man after our own hearts, for sure.
Yes. So I noticed a bumper sticker on your car. It was like rainbow. No, it wasn't rainbow. It was a what Roadrunner.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Actually.
Boom! There it is. Right there.
This was actually.
Can you see it on the camera?
Bringing it to you.
It's upside down.
It's upside down. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like I like the symbol itself.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so actually, one of my very good buddies, his name's Daryl Hansen. He just moved from right off 380 in Bridgeport to South Dakota. He got a ranch manager's position, him and his wife. And he owned a company called Hansen Trailers. Mm-hmm. And it was, if you ever see any red and white stock trailers, and you'll see the logo on them, he built those, and there was a few I helped with. And it was one of those, like, he wanted to open it. He actually worked with me at one of the rock crushers. And me and him would sit at his place on the weekend, and he always was like, man, I want to do something else. I want to do something else. He finally talked himself into starting the company, realized he was good at it. And I told him, I was like, man, if you can sell 4 of these trailers, I'll get the logo tattooed. Did not realize how quick that would happen, because he sold 4 in like the first 2 months. So I ended up,
boom.
Luckily, my tattoo artist from Grayson County, where I was born and raised, moved to Cottondale like a week after I told him that. So I just hit up my tattoo artist and was like, hey, can you do this real quick?
I need some ink. Yeah. Is that the only tattoo you have? Oh, no, I see another one under your sleeve there.
I got a few.
Okay. Yeah, you're inked up a little bit.
I got 10, I think, altogether.
Very cool. Any of them regrettable?
So far, no.
Okay.
Give it time.
Yeah. No X's or anything?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm smarter than that.
I mean, it's always fun at the time, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You just don't know it. But anyways, hey, not only if you win the trivia do you become a guest on the show, we also, like I said, offer you our finest and most premium whiskey.
Oh, man. Okay, that's hardcore, man.
Yeah, Doc, show them what the finest premium whiskey we're offering right now.
Yeah. It's
show everybody what
Kentucky 74. This is great stuff.
Not brought to you by this.
Not brought to you.
We are not sponsored by
that.
Do not buy this.
Buy this, though.
But give our winner and friend over there.
Yeah, buy
he's
this.
also a loyal listener, so thanks for that too, bro.
Have you ever had
Have you ever had a handy?
Well, no.
Well, not today.
No. Oh, man.
Yeah, not today, at least.
So have you never had any of this?
No, I've not.
Well, let the Whiskey Bros.
Let
the Whiskey Bros. Give you your first handy.
Yeah.
# no homo.
Oh my gosh, this stuff. Yeah, a little generous.
Yeah.
like being generous with my handies.
Are you aware of what it is as part of the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection?
I knew it was Buffalo Trace. I haven't heard that much about it.
Yeah.
I'll say this. Listening to y'all have actually made me kind of branch out more into different stuff and try different stuff.
Yeah.
I've been going to Trinity Street now like once every couple weeks just because they have such a huge selection.
Yeah.
Oh, they do.
I've been trying the Smoke Wagon piece by piece. Definitely realized there's some I like and some that hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's put a disclaimer down. That one's going to hurt too.
Yeah.
It's 129.5 proof.
It's a little hot.
Small sips and take her easy because she'll bite.
Yes.
Or he'll bite. That handy will bite.
Oh man, but it's a taste that goes on forever.
Oh no, it's so good.
So you're telling me it's a rough handy?
It is.
Yeah.
It's ribbed for your pleasure for sure.
It's really good.
While we're at it, I mean,
So good.
I think we should play some of these. We did have quite a few respondents.
We did,
and that was great.
Way more than I thought we would
yeah,
get.
same here. Great contest, but a couple of assholes. There's
Definitely had a couple.
always a couple of assholes. I don't know why.
I take that back. This is the gayest voice message I've ever heard because I just looked at my phone and it's a Denton number. What the shit?
See,
what the shit?
We have listeners in Denton.
Yeah, who calls and talks like that?
Yeah,
Jeez.
must be a.
I mean, what the shit? I missed one podcast and this is where it goes. Talk soon. It goes straight to voice message. How the fuck are you going to talk soon?
And then he left a final one, which was
this guy was just calling us up.
I mean, the weirdest thing I Googled lately was something different, but then I Googled, who leaves a gay-ass voice message like this? That's what I Googled. And then I Googled, how gay is drinking whiskey out of a scuba mask? Turns out, it's not that gay. It's actually pretty good. You get a lot of the tasty notes before you get the nose notes. Drinking whiskey out of a scuba mask. Who knew?
It sounded like that caller had a lot of whiskey out of a scuba mask.
Yeah, he did.
He might have been drinking out of a scuba mask while he was calling.
He wasn't as drunk as the dude who made the message, though.
You were not. You were like, "No, we'll do this another time," and I'm like, "No, we're going to do it now.
Do it right now.
Do it now. We have this working. Let's do it so we can do this trivia." But with that said, the trivia will continue. It was a great success.
Yes,
I think we had a lot of fun with it. So yeah, we'll do another one. I don't know, one every quarter or so.
Yeah,
same prizes.
I like it.
I guess it's up to the chief because we'll buy the cigars.
Yeah,
and bring the winner on, and then
who knows? Maybe we can gather up some other. I mean,
paraphernalia.
I don't want to give too much money to the chief. I mean, geez.
Oh God, that guy.
You already give too much.
Robs
money
us
to the chief.
blind.
Love you, Chad. Love you, Chad.
I feel like we all all kind of help
That's
out
right.
there more than we think we do.
Glorious place.
Keep the lights on for sure.
Yeah, once or twice a week, maybe.
It's called moderation, right?
So I'm pouring. I'm pouring our next competition.
Oh God.
Okay.
All right, tell us all about this, man.
This is beloved Kentucky 74.
We don't typically abuse our guests like this, so sorry.
But it's got to be fun. Okay, so this competition is if you refer to yourself as me or I in anything but third person, Savage Bro, Keith, Chance, then you have to drink this.
What about like him, Chance talking? He, him. I'm a he, him.
Yeah.
So
No,
that's fine.
You just can't say
me or
Yesterday, I went to the grocery store. It would have
have
to
to
be
say-
yesterday.
So
Firebro went
it's
to
got to be in the third person.
Yes, that's
He-
right.
him or Chance.
Are you going to enforce this on Drew? Because
Yes, I'm totally going to enforce it on him.
That fucker's bigger than all of us here. So
I would kind of like this game to go long enough that he enjoys that handy.
oh yeah.
That we're not washing away this stuff. With
Well,
that
that's
stuff.
the bad. That's the bad thing. As fun as your game may be, I'm not making him drink that while he has that in his cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just not.
Drew
Game
will
starts-
lose this, by the way. Just fair warning.
Game starts now.
Oh my God.
All right. What's next on there?
I almost said the I word.
Okay, it's a small pour.
Chance does not
Okay.
know how to speak without first person pronouns.
This stuff is poison. Last time Doc had a taste of it, he nearly died.
It's like
It's
we were all
bad.
taught proper grammar at some point and actually know how to speak full sentences.
Get you a whiff of that.
Here goes Chance's microbiome. God, that's awful. Is it just a sip that Chance has to take?
I think that's better than taking that whole shot.
Oh, did you hear what him said over here?
What?
He said, I.
Who?
Now,
No, he didn't say.
I didn't say.
Yes, you did. Oh, yes, you did. You're
Record
You can't refer to yourself
It's recorded.
in first person.
Oh, okay.
Bingo.
Damn, I'm having to think of shit.
All right.
Yeah, we made it.
We are splitting this three
Oh,
ways
okay.
then. Okay.
Drew somehow is not losing.
Yep. I would like to just forfeit my game.
Yeah, Doc doesn't know how Drew is not losing.
You play the game, bro.
Drew doesn't know how Drew's not
Play
losing.
the
Doc.
game. This is going to be ridiculous. That's one way to get rid of the
How
bottle.
bad is that?
It's Chance hates
Okay,
life.
in Olympics news, Doc was
Heath
watching.
is done talking for the night.
Doc was watching women's rugby before coming over, and he was quite entertained.
Oh yeah,
That's
it's got
really
that,
good stuff.
That black-haired chick,
Yeah,
like running through people.
Yeah.
I've seen that too.
yeah. The American rugby team, female rugby team, is. It's
Or-
like they could
or
take
is
me
it-
out.
Is it female rugby team?
Yeah.
I-
Yeah, have you ever watched rugby?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I got.
Chance does not know how to respond.
All right, time out on the game. So what you're saying is
Thank you.
you can't even say you to him?
God, this is
No, he
so
can't.
bad.
I can't say I, and I'm having the worst time with
Well, I
that.
know, but
Yeah.
all he said was, "Have you ever watched it?"
Yeah, that's fine.
So why'd you take a drink?
No, because I.
Well, the game, it's paused.
No, I paused it.
Okay.
Why is my throat itching?
Yeah, I wonder why.
Well,
Jesus.
It is freaking horrible.
I mean, are you allergic to anything that might be in this?
Oh, no, we're gonna
Or are you
find
just
out.
allergic to this?
Could be allergic to that.
All right, game on.
I'm riding the line.
That's two shots.
Two.
I'm riding the line of vomit right now.
That's three.
Okay,
Three shots.
I'll even say this. And yes, I'm going to lose the game for a second. I think we might want to rework these rules a little bit.
Yeah. I
think so,
to make it
too.
easier on all of us.
We're gonna have to think about this because that's terrible.
Okay, game back on.
What's next?
Oh,
Oh, we were talking about
the Olympics. Yeah, the Olympics. Doc had something to say about rugby.
Yeah, I was just saying.
Who was?
We're never gonna get through this podcast.
Do we have a straw so Doc can just use it? Yeah.
Just
Okay, game over. I'm calling it.
yeah,
Good,
that's
good.
done. Okay, so we're never gonna get rid of that bottle then.
The game lasted all of like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Good game.
I'm just trying not to barf over here.
While he's collecting himself, Drew, tell us, how long have you been in the industry of rock crushing and quarrying? And what do you call that industry?
We call it surface mining.
Okay.
That's what we do is we mine the surface.
Okay.
Man, I've only been in it like a year and a half, honestly. So I've only lived in Wise County for 4 years. I moved here the day before the nation shut down.
Oh, okay.
Great
good
time
for
to
you.
move.
Great time
Good
to
timing.
get here.
Oh yeah, real great. Was trapped in my house because everybody decided they wanted to close, which blew my mind out here in Wise County.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I before that, man, I used to work at Fossil Point Gun Range. I know y'all have a
Yeah,
good history out there.
Yep.
I worked out there for 6 months, and then I got hired on at NRS fixing horse trailers. Hence why my buddy that opened the horse trailer company was me and him would always talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, then actually the same guy that started the trailer company, he was already working there, and he kept annoying me. Like, hey, man, you need to make a little bit better money. You're only getting paid X amount of dollars. You can get paid a lot better out here. The only thing that sucks is, as Savage has figured out the past couple weeks, my schedule is awful. I work 5 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Okay. Yeah, you're a night owl.
So
Holy cow.
literally anytime he was texting me like, hey, can you do it this night? I'm like,
Bro, I'm sleeping.
it wasn't even that. It's like I could try, but I don't think I have PTO.
Yeah.
So,
So you just happen to be off tonight.
Well, normally, so right now we're kind of in the slow season. Any election year, the aggregate industry is super, super, super slow.
Okay.
Really?
People don't want to buy material to start building anything because we don't know what the taxes are going to look like in the long run.
Until you get your elected
Yes.
president.
So you think it's a tax situation?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
That's the way
gotcha.
I look at it. That's the way everybody looks at it. When I started, actually, when I got interviewed, the gentleman that interviewed me told me, hey, just letting you know, 2024 is going to be slow because it is election year.
Okay.
And that's basically what I'd live with. Like, when I started, I was working 72 hours a week.
Ooh.
6 days a week, 12-hour shifts.
Damn.
And we're talking heavy machinery here.
So we have guys that run 992 cats. We have Caterpillar haul trucks.
It's a big-ass tractor.
It makes everything else look very small, yes.
Yeah.
It makes me look very small.
I love big machinery, though.
Oh, so do I.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I really don't like when it seems to cause us problems, which unfortunately
inevitably they have to. Yeah, they're going to break down.
Of course. But long story short, we went from 72 hours a week to 44 hours a week. So
3 good years, 1 shit year. Wow.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah.
I actually have free time though, so I don't mind.
So how do you feel about women's rugby?
I feel like if they were to try to tackle me, they could probably take me.
Yeah, these are
especially that one chick.
Really athletic women.
I mean, are you?
And they're actually women. They are.
They've been tested.
They are. Yeah. Women's rugby
turn and cough test.
Yeah. So women's rugby doesn't allow dudes, the best I can tell. Yeah,
that would be unfortunate for them if they did. Bad things would happen.
I mean, you think that, but then you see, man, these athletes out there.
I don't give a crap. I'll put the shittiest male rugby team up against the best female rugby team any day of the week.
So, are you now like sympathetic for biological men on women's sports? Is that what's going on here? Have you had a transformation?
Well, this is a really good question.
It's not. Well,
it's not
That's
allowed.
Why I'm asking it.
I have the. I've just watched females rugby. I have the the comfort of not having to ask that in myself because it's just not allowed. Right. So I don't have to ask myself that.
But I'm asking you now.
Oh, I don't know. That's
have you not listened?
We shall see because actually, there's 2 dudes fighting in women's boxing
in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Seriously.
Yep.
We got to look this
fact
up.
checked.
Yeah. So I provided a link.
We got a Whiskey Bros fact check this shit
in the notes just because I knew you'd like to fact check this.
Yeah. I mean, have you listened to the Riley? Has anybody here at this table listened to the Riley Gaines episodes with Rogan or? She was all Mike Rowe as well.
Yes.
I think it went over.
Click the goddamn
I'm
link
clicking
already.
the link, homie. Jesus.
I haven't verified the source, but whenever I Googled it, several sources.
This is what popped up.
Yeah,
I like it.
Okay,
I'll fact check.
Why is this not popping up? There we go. Freaking Max.
Look at there.
Breaking: 2 female boxers set to compete at Paris 2024 were previously disqualified from women. So they were already disqualified, but now they're allowed.
Those are the 2 chick dudes?
Yep.
Wait a minute.
Those are chick dudes.
Okay.
So one is from Algeria and the other is from Taiwan.
Oh, as women were
So they were previously dudes.
Oh wow! So they're actually testing at a chromosomal level. Then is chromosomal, right?
Chromosomal.
Is that a word?
Okay, so I
like it.
I like
that
podcast
chromosomal.
Name.
That's correct. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I kind of dug into this a little bit, and apparently the individual sports within the Olympics get the capacity to determine whether they're going to allow dudes to compete.
So it's not just like an overseeing Olympic committee.
I feel like I should define dude. The word dude, I'm using dude in reference to chromosomes XY.
XY, yeah.
So started off with being sperm producers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But these look like
dudes.
They kind of look like dudes.
No, I'm pretty sure they're dudes.
I mean,
this was before their transition, obviously.
They're not all dressed up there.
Yeah.
So,
and there they are afterwards.
Where?
Scroll down. Right there.
Right there.
Damn, man, they look American, too. What happened?
Oh, my gosh.
They had plastic surgery and...
Yeah.
Do they not have a picture of what they look like now?
So of all the sports that allowed dudes in, boxing just happened to be one of them.
So still looks like a dude.
I was about to say that's what they look like. I guess actually,
and of course the dude is on the gold or the first place podium above all the. This is bullshit. How do they allow this crap?
Yeah, Yeah, so that was a 2022 women's boxing championship. This dude won.
Lin Yu Ting.
Yeah, he won the
100,000.
women's boxing championship in 2022.
Wow. I can't believe
Yeah.
they're really letting this guy.
Hey, I'm all about it.
Now he's
So
competing.
look it up.
About it.
Look
Put
it
'em in
up and watch this match.
I don't even
Apparently,
think
the
we should
first
have-
one to go
I
off.
don't even think we should have men and women's sports anymore.
Yeah, just do everything co-ed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
I mean, equal rights, yo.
How funny would it be for these dudes to
If they
end
die,
up,
they
like,
die.
end up first place match, like going against each other?
The two dudes.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I mean,
That.
Then we would
Yep.
just be watching men's boxing.
Men's
Yeah.
boxing. Yeah.
Stay tuned.
and those
for next
chances are
week.
pretty high.
We'll see.
at this
Oh,
point,
super
right?
high.
Like those chances
Yeah.
are high that they may face off against each other.
If that happens, do you think what's the odds that the news agencies comes out and they go, the headline is, yet one more thing men are better at than women?
I doubt it.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. But I do propose a watch party at the Chief.
I was
if that
about to say,
happens.
Okay.
If it's the
a
two
Whiskey
they do,
Bros
Yeah.
watch party.
Yeah.
Let's do it for that match.
We
For
propose
sure.
that right now. I wonder when that match would potentially take place. But
I don't know.
I don't know.
So I can't get the timing because it's all these the women's rugby had happened yesterday by our clock.
Yeah, I mean, we can have a watch party, but it's
And
but it's a
YouTube it.
replay.
Yeah, that's right.
It don't
It'd be
have to
worth
be
it.
live.
It'd be worthwhile.
Yeah.
Whiskey Bros
I'd
host
go down with
they
that.
them boxing.
Yeah.
That's right.
I really think there. I am allergic to something in that crap because I'm still. My nose is running now.
I know. I'm all stopped up now.
There's some.
That might have been a vomit that actually nearly came out. It's possible. Whew. Kentucky 74.
It's terrible. But this
I
is
love their description actually on the back of this. Spiritless, all the flavor and feel of your favorite bourbon whiskey.
not even close, man. Well, I don't. Who wrote that?
I don't know.
Somebody that's never had bourbon whiskey.
Exactly. Somebody that's like, no, we made this. It tastes good.
You know what? Just to suffer with y'all, I'm gonna.
Oh, I can't even drink out of this.
Did you
glass.
finish the handy?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
You got another sniffer down there?
It's not good.
It can't be worse than this.
It is not. No,
All right,
that.
cheers
What he's about
to-
to.
Oh, you gonna try it?
I'm gonna try it.
Everybody, you're about
Okay.
to witness
Yeah,
the
put the camera on him.
demolition of Drew here.
And good night, folks.
That tastes like it should be a seasoning or something, not a whiskey. It
You're-
tastes like something you would put in a soup or something.
Yeah.
It's
Do you,
horrible.
Do you ever remember using chloroseptic for like a sore throat?
yes.
That's exactly what that reminds me of. But worse. But worse.
I'm good, man. I'll stick to good whiskey and good beer.
Yeah.
Not even medicinal, so throw it away.
It's terrible.
Throw it away. Are you done with your they them? news?
Michelin.
Oh yeah. We failed the game.
Yeah.
I just ended up shooting the whole thing.
But we have concluded that men are pretty good at invading women's sports. That is a Whiskey Bros fact checked.
Fact
100%.
Well, the thing I've always thought was funny about that, have you noticed that no women have tried to invade men's sports?
Right?
I wonder why.
I'm not
That's a good question.
terribly curious on that. I feel like I might know the reason, but I don't want to be
And I might support
sexist.
that. It's
No.
like
Because we're better.
I don't want to assume.
Well, I don't want to assume either, but at the same time, like pound for pound, especially in boxing,
You can say any sport, bro.
well, I can, yeah.
That's the truth.
curling.
Well, I don't know. Is that a sport?
Yeah.
No, but that's
No, those are the
bilateral.
Olympics.
It's not dudes and females. It's like combined teams, right?
We have co-ed curling, but yeah,
No,
we
I think
also
there's.
have
I think
men's
there's all
ones.
dudes curling. I
But
think.
that's not the gist here.
Okay.
The gist is like if you are a chick that says I'm a dude now, and you show up to face off with Drew,
I would pay money to see that.
oh yeah, you're probably going to die because biologically
You just wouldn't do
you're
it.
just. I mean, you're different. Period. I don't care what
Right.
changes you've had done. You're different. Sorry. So
And so then why? Okay, I'm walking along sexist lines here, obviously, just by talking about dudes in female sports. But
I mean, we push the envelope here.
why watch female sports?
Have you ever watched?
Yeah, and your daughter is a fantastic athlete.
Have you ever watched female sand volleyball?
I know,
Oh!
right? That's valid. I think it's valid.
That's the reason why
Yeah.
you watch me.
Now we are not
I mean-
sexist. We are perverts.
It's, and
Huge difference. One's
And to some
acceptable, one's
degree-
not.
Yeah, one's acceptable.
I've never
Hey,
watched.
the other one's acceptable if you're famous.
Valid point.
Yeah,
Valid point.
I've never watched dudes rugby, but I was sitting there watching female rugby and
See,
thinking,
that's where you're missing out, bro.
I really am kind of happy with the female version of this.
Yeah.
I am too, but man, the hits on those rugby player dudes are.
Yeah.
There's some sports I would naturally gravitate more to, like the female aspect or the male aspect. Female synchronized swimming,
Yeah,
diving,
gymnastics.
stuff. Yeah, bingo.
Which is
Yeah.
the gayest sport of all times.
What?
Synchronized swimming.
I don't know, man. That's pretty
I don't know.
impressive.
It's
Some of the
just-
stuff they pull off.
No.
I couldn't do it.
I couldn't either. I'm not saying I can't do
Have
it.
you
I'm
watched
just saying.
synchronized high diving?
That's pretty gay too.
Yeah, that's
Dude.
that's. Let's see what else. Ice skating.
Yeah, feels
like
more
love.
feminine.
Yeah.
Okay, my thing with ice skating, I will say this flat out: I can barely like skate on roller skates.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I want to put razor sharp things on my feet and then try and do that? The people that do that, I'm like, and hockey
yeah.
players,
Yeah.
same thing.
Oh,
Like,
they
y'all-
are
y'all
just.
y'all are different type of person.
It's absolutely right.
That's awesome. There are days I can barely walk straight.
Wait till you get to 40 or over. Even getting up in the morning takes a little bit to get
pull the
moving.
back muscle.
You, sir, were made to throw rocks far.
Yeah.
Well, with my job, I tell everybody, and this is the way I describe my job. I have every 5-year-old boy's dream. I get paid to play with a water hose and throw rocks. Everything we were told not to do as a child, I get paid to do.
You have made it. You have arrived.
I've made something.
In an Olympic sport, I have been made to lift a shotgun and shoot twice. That's what I was made for.
Well, they had that.
Hey,
Yeah, I don't
they
know.
do, in
I know
fact,
they
have
do,
that.
unless that's been banned now.
and you're damn fine at it.
You can have
I must
dudes.
say.
You can have dudes beating up women in boxing rings, but they'll probably ban shotgun sports.
No, they're
Clay
still.
pigeons.
If there was a AR-15 sport, they would ban.
Oh, then there was banned.
But they're,
yeah.
they're good with
Man, there's been a
shotguns.
lot that's happened since we've had an episode.
I know, right?
Yeah.
A former president literally got shot. Took it.
We haven't
a
talked
year.
about that, huh?
We have
No,
not.
we haven't. We have not debriefed on Whiskey
Oh,
Bros
wow.
HQ here about
wow.
an attempted assassination and all of the fallout and conspiracy going on with that. Like we could,
Thousands of hours.
Ooh,
Of it.
yeah,
The funny thing is, right after that happened, YouTube cracked back down on all the gun tubers.
yeah.
Of course.
They cracked back down on them, where now it's like they can't even voice sponsors.
Why? What, is this just an opportunity for them to
Of
do
course.
that to censor?
Of course.
But who's not censoring? The dude that got shot. He's
Yeah,
for the
that's
most
true.
part still a champion of the Second Amendment, unless you have a bump stop. He didn't like those. But I think the Supreme Court just repealed that, didn't they?
Bump stocks are legal now.
Yeah, there, once again.
yeah. It's not that he didn't like those. His 3-letter agency didn't like them.
ATF. Those
Yeah.
agents, those guys.
And
Yeah, those
now
guys.
we're
Have
on
you
the
ever
list
shot?
again.
Has anybody here ever shot with a bump stock?
No.
Have you?
Yes.
What did you think about it?
They're clunky.
Yeah.
I mean, they're to me. There's no point. Like, I've had the opportunity to shoot full auto.
Yeah.
I've had the opportunity to shoot bump stock, and I've had the opportunity to shoot binary trigger. Any of y'all ever shot binary trigger?
No.
You know what a binary trigger is?
Just
No.
pow pow, right?
Yeah.
You need to
And for every action, thank you, sir. For every action of the trigger, for every pull and release, it fires around.
Oh, okay.
Like for the binary I shot was a 22 Charger. Super fun. Super fun with a
That's
binary trigger.
like different than a 22 and a 22.
Well,
Was a
22
Hornet
Charger
or Magnum?
or 22 Charger. It's a I can't remember the brand right off the top of my head, but it's actually one of their 22 pistol variants. It's called a Charger.
Okay.
But that was super fun. It was
Oh,
one
I
of
bet
my-
it is. I bet it's like a tack driver.
Oh, dude, it's super fun. It
Yeah.
really is. And I mean, the one we shot was probably like 18 inches altogether. I mean, it's a pistol, and it was just with a 22. I mean, you're just sitting there, pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
So much fun. The bump stock, it was a. Can't remember exactly what it was, but I believe it was a 223, and it was controllable. But I mean, it's just so clunky.
Yeah, they're not made for accuracy.
No.
I've got to shoot with one. It's like 20 seconds or 30 seconds of fun, and say, "Aha, I did it."
Yeah.
Yeah, but that gun, it's not the action moving in the gun. It's
No,
it's like the gun actually moving.
Yes,
So you have not that you don't have any decent accuracy with a
and it's
like,
not true
full
fire.
auto, but you definitely don't have any
Well, and that
decent
was
accuracy
the
with that.
that was the dispute when they, made them illegal.
Uh-huh.
It's not full auto. It's not a full auto gun. It's something
A
that helps your
mechanism.
gun fire faster.
Bingo. Yeah,
That was their argument.
and that's what they used to repeal it. Then, like,
Yes.
it's not a gun; it's part attached to the gun.
Exactly.
which is
Which I could see some like false trigger.
Yeah.
You know, you pull the trigger, but the mechanism in the trigger causes the real trigger to actually go.
you just
I
spray
feel
everybody.
Yeah,
anybody that's ever shot any form of AR-15, any form of rifle, you know, especially a semi-auto rifle, we've probably had some form of malfunction.
Yeah.
That's maybe caused a pop.
Yeah.
It's going to happen regardless.
Yeah.
This was just a way to control it and make it I don't want to say viable because there's no way to make a bump stock viable.
But if you're educated and you're smart with your gun and responsible and you have muzzle control, you know where that thing's pointed at all times, even when mistakes happen. Have you shot like a genuine fully automatic?
Yes. They're great. But at the same time, they make me realize I don't have $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 just laying around to be like,
right.
Yeah, to throw lead down the field.
Well, one of the guys that I follow online, he's actually my age. He owns a firearms company down in San Antonio, down in Bernie, Texas. His name's Brandon Herrera. I watch a lot of his videos. He goes over a lot of the old like, and this is one of those things, especially with the world we're in right now.
Yeah.
He goes over a lot of the old like presidential shootings. The old, I can't remember the gentleman's name.
So I bet he's having a heyday right now.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
They all are.
Yeah.
Kennedy, Lincoln.
Oh, he goes over all of them. All of them.
No, Reagan was the last one shot
Yeah.
before Trump, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But even he here recently has been like, I don't even want to post anything just because of how the world's acting.
Yeah, you're going to get censored or false or red flagged or whatever they're.
Oh, well, so the person that shot at Trump was actually wearing a shirt from a YouTuber called Demolition Ranch.
I think I know that YouTube channel.
The guy that owns it, his name's Matt Carricker. He also lives down in Bernie, Texas. There's there's a huge amount of the gun tubers and the police tubers, like all the big guys in the area. They live down there in Bernie, Texas. And Matt Carricker caught a lot of backlash just because the guy was wearing his shirt.
Had the shirt on.
Yeah, and like the news, of course, because we all know how the news acts. They were like, "Oh, well, this is a cult," because his, you know, like the chief. If you're a big part of the chief, if you're up there, if you're regular, you're part of the tribe.
Tribe, yep.
Well, all the guys have been watching Matt Carricker for years. He calls us the Demolitia. Well, the shirt was his logo, and on the back it said Demolitia. So they're like, it's a cult.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang. And this guy had done his diligence in practice. Like his shots were pretty fucking accurate.
I mean, 180 yards, iron sight.
Was it? No. Was he scoped?
I could have swore he had a sight.
I thought it was
iron.
scoped.
Iron sight.
But anyways, the fact that he missed was only due to the fact that Trump turned his head at the last split second to look at a chart, and that's astonishing because it's a quarter of an inch. Where
it's like all analysis bears that out.
Yeah,
that's true.
He was a well-trained shooter.
Well, I was about to say, and if you look at it, nobody's ever going to be able to recreate that shot.
No.
On ballistic, dummy, target, anything.
Yeah.
For the head to be as big as it is and the ear to fold the way it does, you're never going to recreate that.
So have we actually seen, has he unbandaged his ear?
He has not unbandaged it yet.
We don't know how much of the ear is missing anymore.
Well, and that's, from the pictures I saw of it, like when he got shot, I don't think it's going to be a huge chunk,
like
obviously.
a nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also at the blood,
yeah.
There was definitely a pretty good amount there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything up here bleeds pretty profusely once it's nicked or struck, right?
Right.
Even the ears?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, I bet you on the campaign trail, once that's healed up, he's going to be sporting that, though. Like, why wouldn't you?
Did you not see the...
I've seen the pack, the patch.
Have you not seen the people that have been in his, like...
Oh, yeah, they're all in solidarity with
napkins.
Him. Yes. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's...
I mean, what a trip, though.
But
to nearly be taken out.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I mean, how does that dude sleep at night?
But then, like, the adrenaline that kicked in with him and the iconic moment that followed directly when they stood him up and he gave the fist bump.
That's going to be a historical moment in history.
Oh,
that
it is,
picture is going to be huge.
Yep. Right in front of the American
That'll
flag.
probably be a statue that somebody will tear down 40 years from now. Probably.
Tear down this racist bigot statue. I don't care if it's historical or not. Then the conspiracies that are following up with that. Now the image on the water tower. Have you seen that one?
Supposed to be a second shooter up there.
Yeah.
No, I have not.
No, there's
No, I haven't seen that one.
but they're saying it's a pixelation issue with the camera because there's a radio tower emitter or something on top of the water tower.
Okay.
And it's just a shadow with like the digital pixelation. If there was a shooter on top of the tower, which it kind of looks like there's somebody stepping out and then stepping back in, they're not going to be shooting from that distance standing up.
Yeah.
No, you would need to be down bipod.
Yeah, exactly.
Stable.
Yeah, and the trajectory of a bullet coming from something that tall is going to be way off from where they are, or they have been proposed to be already.
Now, I will say, did you see how Trump acted at his next speech?
Trying to,
So
yeah, he was. It was a different Trump. He was
100%
humble.
From what we've seen for the past years.
Yes, yeah.
Did you see the gentleman that did pass away? Did you see they got his bunker gear and everything?
Yes, they gave a
To
great
me,
tribute.
that was beautiful, very well done.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm curious how the way the world works nowadays, how that's going to get swept under the rug.
Yeah, right. That somebody actually did lose their life.
Yeah.
And we haven't heard squat about they said there was 2 others in critical condition in the hospital.
Yeah.
I haven't heard
Thing.
anything about them.
Nope.
Nothing.
Yep.
It's been crickets. Well, Kamala is now running, so that's big news, right?
No, sir, it's
Biden-
not. It's not Kamala.
What is it?
Kamala.
I'm sorry, Kamala.
Yeah, her name's Kamala.
I'm sorry, Kamala.
Every day when I wake up, my Twitter tells me that she's ahead everywhere, and I'm like, okay,
Thank you.
why am I getting notifications on
We have
this?
to correct you, sir. It's X now. Your X
Twitter.
tells you.
It's Twitter. It's Twitter.
You're getting X'd on X. Yeah, so that's another historical thing that happened in the last 3 freaking weeks. Biden decides to call it quits.
So I remember a day. That's true.
Conspiracy.
Oh
on that
man,
is he's
gosh, we're just like right.
Is he
It's like
alive?
treading the conspiracy path. That's.
It's what we do.
Where's the
I was
music?
just.
play it.
I was just going to
gotta
remember a
find that.
historical moment, but yeah, we're going down conspiracy.
But anyways, yeah. Hold on. He
So I'll say before while you dig,
not just like hours before he decided to call it quits, he was saying, "I'm not giving in. I'm gonna run."
Yeah, because there's no polls out there saying I should be losing. And then the next day he's done. So something
it's,
did
it's
happen.
awfully
There it is.
suspicious.
Something
I'll
did
put it
happen
that
to
way.
him because they
it's
rushed.
awfully suspicious.
They rushed him to the hospital.
Yeah,
Oh, he had COVID, right?
he
no.
sort of
Yeah,
disappeared.
He did
had
have COVID.
but
Okay,
he had
okay.
COVID.
Here we go.
Right.
And now
Oh, here we go.
it's time for Conspiracy Crossroads with Savage Bro.
Wow, what's amazing to me is this whole time we've talked about some contentious shit, but none of it's been conspiracy.
Well, up till
So
now.
up till now,
now.
now we're going to talk about
We
conspiracy.
have the proper introduction.
Right.
Sorry, the show engineer is a little slacking.
Slacking.
A little,
It's okay.
little rusty.
Well,
Biden's
we
dead.
We did. Biden
Oh.
maybe. He may be.
Oh, that's a big proclamation.
That's
That's the conspiracy.
That's what I hear.
He's already dead.
Is that the show
Yeah.
title? Is Joe Biden dead?
Is Joe Biden?
I mean, that's going to grab some attention.
I don't think so. There's so much of this out there.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a contender.
Yeah, but supposedly they called the police department, shut the roads down, and then called them back and said, "Never mind, we have to rush him via helicopter."
Oh yeah, I've heard testimony from people that were on Air Force One talking about that plane taking off and moving so fast it was shaking. Which, I mean, I've been on a plane that shakes
They all
whenever,
shake.
so
about
it
to
just
say, they
depends
all
on
do.
weather conditions. When you're taking off, you're going pretty damn fast, like 200 miles an hour. That's not.
But that's Air Force One. Maybe it
I
don't
know,
shake.
right?
Oh, yes, true.
Of course, there's no way to verify this, but I saw a supposed video of a Biden actor coming out of the White House. This dude was like 6'2".
Well, same thing with what's Biden's wife's name?
Jill.
Yeah, Jill.
Dr. Jill.
Supposedly she was in like Afghanistan or something, and same time as that Biden
video.
actor came out at
Yeah.
the White House. But then people started putting their height difference together, and I was like, how is this
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
even possible?
the thing I think's hilarious is Kamala, whatever her name is.
Kamama, that's what we're calling it. Kamama.
Okay.
Come on, I like it.
I feel like that could be a T-shirt.
Yeah.
She, or in one of her, as soon as she, as soon as Biden stepped down and she rose to the occasion, in one of her big press releases, Joe called in, giving his graces, and she said, "Hey, Joe, I know we still have you on the call."
And she stopped.
Yeah, and I was
she
like,
said recording.
What?
Yeah.
Well, and even then, didn't he send a letter in?
I think so. The letter was sent in to announce that he is stepping down, right? But the signatures did not match the official signature. Now, we haven't seen that.
Okay, so that's the number one conspiracy theory, I would say, right
Is
now.
Joe Biden dead?
Okay.
So he's not stepping down as president.
He's stepping down on
He's just not running again.
Right.
So
He's
he's
stepping off the
still
campaign
finishing his term out.
Yeah, so he's stepping down from running as for president.
Yeah.
So we
Round two.
shall see. So what will...
Hold on, but there's more. There's more to that. The letter. It's the phone call.
Yeah,
and
it's
the
a
phone
phone call.
has now been analyzed by somebody that
it's
does
AI.
analyzing of is this AI, and it showcased that this is likely 98% likely to be artificial intelligence.
Right.
Well, here's the thing I love. What we're in July, about to be August right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he still has some time that he needs to make appearances.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And let's be honest here, like the world's great when it comes to the government's great when it comes to facial recognition.
Right.
So are like some really random people just out and about in the world.
Sure. Yeah.
I can't wait to see what comes of all that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he is dead. I'm not saying he's not.
It's interesting though.
It is. It is. And the thing is, I feel like we all know we live in a historical time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is about to get very interesting with what AI can do.
Yeah.
Just in the aspect of, okay, how many people are going to use AI to be like, okay, look at this face. Is this the same person?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's an interesting one, though.
Yeah.
Because what could possibly happen that would dispel this conspiracy within our suspicion? What could we see that says, okay, I was wrong. He's not dead. He's
he has
fine.
He has made an appearance, right? The only one appearance so far since
one sighting,
and it's even to the degree where
Kamama. That's what it is. I'm telling you.
Kamama even met with Netanyahu before he had to rush back to Israel because they were stricken with another rocket attack.
But this is the real question. So even if he's dead, Kamama steps up, right?
Yes.
That's how the rules work?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So
or is it the spouse can step up?
Oh, hell no. Spouse ain't shit.
Kamama.
No, Kamama, vice president. So if
First Lady is called the First Lady for a reason.
I know, but she don't have no rights.
She didn't have any.
Get anything, no.
Yeah.
We need to look that
political.
Yeah, you Google
Fact
it,
check
but
that.
we're right.
Oh, engineer, get on that.
But
It's Kamama, and then it's like
the Speaker of the House.
Speaker of the House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if the Democrats are going to put Kamama as their new president, wouldn't they want to come out and say, well, Joe's dead, so we're going to go ahead and throw Kamama in there? Or do they think that that's too long for her to screw up and ruin her nomination?
Oh, it could be that case. And it's also, I mean, the Democrat Party is still in chaos mode because of everything. So
I couldn't imagine adding chaos because now Biden is dead. Yeah.
Yeah, they've perpetuated this image of him being, healthy and steadfast the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And it's only
tried.
It's
They've
only
tried.
well,
They've
yeah,
tried,
to us we know it's been BS, but it's unraveled for them in a very fast method in the last 3 weeks.
Right.
So he's only had the one appearance since he's
appearance is a lackluster term.
Yeah, it was like a hi, how are you?
I'm about to say we saw him for what, like a couple minutes.
God, it's so interesting. It's so gosh dang interesting.
Yeah,
it really is. Okay, so I can remember an election, actually several. Bush, whoever
I remember
Bush,
several elections.
Yeah, several.
Dukakis. Was it Dukakis?
I remember a few.
I remember Bush in the
Bush
90s.
run
It was
against
a style, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dukakis.
Bush and Dukakis.
Dukakis, huh?
Was it Dukakis?
Yeah, it was
Dukakis.
Bush. It was Bush
that
and
you remember,
Dukakis.
bro.
And then it was Bush Clinton.
And then Bush
it was
Gore.
Bush Gore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was Obama Bush. We're
No.
several different Bushes, of course.
No, Bush had served 2 terms when Obama came around. So it was Obama. Who was the Mitt Romney? Wasn't
Mitt
it?
Romney.
It was Romney.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Yeah,
But
he sucks.
in those elections, all the way up till
They all do.
Obama,
Yeah.
I can remember knowing people who actively debated the other side with me. Like I had the person I felt like, oh, I'm going to vote for this guy. And it's like, and I'm like, this is why I'm going to vote for him. And then somebody else being like, no, I'm going to vote for this guy. And this is why I'm going to vote for him. And having some healthy, like, you know, jauntering debate.
You actually had a healthy back and forth?
Yeah, back and forth.
Yeah,
all
that
the
doesn't
way,
happen anymore.
That's
No.
But-
not a thing.
Boom, it's gone. It was gone with Hillary Trump, and it was gone with Trump Biden, and it's definitely gone now.
What cracks me up is no matter what side that wins and what side loses, they automatically blame the side that won on Russian interference. Every
Well,
time.
I mean, to be fair, let's be honest here. Okay.
Putin's crafty.
Well, yes, but with Trump's friendship with Putin, it was the easiest thing to ball up the last time.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that was served up before it was even a thing.
Yeah, but you could have also accused him of being, influenced by the North Korean dude, Kim Jong-un. What is?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, also, with a bunch of the stuff he said in the past,
Yeah.
a lot of people were trying to serve him up as a white nationalist.
Oh, true.
Uh-huh.
That also took place.
There was,
Oh, he has white nationalist supporters for sure.
well, yes, but they all do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the head of the KKK was a Democrat. Let's not forget that for the longest time.
So if you were
So-
planning on voting for
You can't pick your
Biden,
followers.
Joe Biden,
Why?
if call the dock line,
Yeah,
because
so-
we want to have a playful, jauntering conversation about that. You know, we want to get you on the show and
I like your-
and have fun. And
I like your
banter
expectations.
And, yeah, so if you do, call the dock line.
Yeah, guys, call the dock line 940-435-7525.
There you
got
go.
it.
Thank you, Drew.
So you
Yeah,
got
that's-
it.
You
it's a
want them
real
to
place
call
now.
if they are
Or-
voting?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Tell us,
if you
and
plan
tell us
to
a-
vote on Biden or whoever replaces him,
Or
yeah,
tell us
then-
your theories on is Biden actually even alive? Give us your thoughts on that too.
But only those people who plan to
plan to vote.
Vote.
And give us a
for Biden.
intelligent reason
You
why.
might be an anti-Trumper. That's cool. Tell us why. We want to have you on the
I'm
show.
voting for Biden just because I don't like Trump.
Yeah.
That happened a lot.
that's what it was last time.
election.
Okay.
Actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
So another thing we didn't talk about during the that we haven't brought up yet about the whole shooting thing was the female Secret Service agent
Oh,
that is just getting burnt all over.
Is she?
Oh my god!
I thought
dude.
I
It is-
looked like she did good.
No,
I'm
it
just
did
saying.
not.
It looked like she ducked
What
down behind the
video
podium.
have you watched?
Did she?
All she did was hide behind
She
the podium.
dunked behind the podium. Then when she finally got up, she couldn't get her goddamn pistol back in her freaking holster. She was more worried about keeping her freaking sunglasses
So
on.
it was bad.
And then she didn't know what to do with her gun.
Well,
So
they've
she
made it
did.
in
She did anti-good.
Maybe
Oh,
she
it was
maybe
terrible.
she shot Trump. Maybe it came
between
like-
her
Yeah.
and then the gentleman that was actually on the have y'all heard the conspiracy on the rooftop thing, the guy at the rooftop or the rooftop that the shooter was on and whatnot?
Multiple.
I've heard the excuses of
Multiple.
from
The
the,
slant was too bad,
or it
but-
was hot.
Yeah. That's not a conspiracy. That was actually
Well, maybe
stated.
he's got
Well,
more.
yeah.
Look at the slant on that one, and then look at the slant on
The one that actually has a Secret
look at
Service
the
on
one,
there.
yeah, the Secret Service guy that actually shot him.
That wasn't Secret Service.
Who? What,
That was local police.
was it?
Was it? Oh, I mean,
Good
how do you know
job. I
that?
mean,
though?
Well,
Have you?
through my
How have you
conspiracy roads,
deduced
it's been
this?
set out that wasn't a.
Secret
and
Service.
that guy has quit.
Yeah.
Oh, he got forced to quit.
Yeah, but
I heard that. I
because-
couldn't verify that it was true.
I can't either. You know,
yeah.
it's 100% fact check with me.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
you've heard, Chance. People were reporting, or people were saying there was a guy on that roof with a gun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen the videos.
The gentleman that shot him had a line of sight on him the whole time, and he was told multiple times, "Well, don't shoot him. It's fine."
Don't shoot until he shoots.
Yeah,
Right.
He,
I
he-
think
he
I've
was, he was asking, and so as soon as the gun started, he didn't even ask. He just shot.
Yeah.
So
and
that's
now
why he
he's
has to
getting-
be
oh, yeah.
terminated.
He got, when I say he got forced out,
Yeah.
he got forced out 100%.
Wow.
Like, he, obviously, there has been no statements made. He can't make a statement.
I hope that dude is lawyering the fuck up.
Oh, so do I.
So that's the biggest issue is, I mean, outside of the conspiracy stuff, like the biggest issue is the breakdown of communications. Like there was no communications between local police and Secret Service because there was people saying, there's a dude on the roof. This guy was obviously saying, I have him in
There
my
were
sights.
You see the
videos.
cell phone video of just yelling.
Like 5 minutes before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing that I think is hilarious, there were actually local law enforcement and some Secret Service people in that building.
Yeah. That he was on top of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it was actually behind that building.
Well,
So
so like the ladder he used to climb up there,
Yeah.
there were
Yep.
pictures like 15 minutes before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and they caught him with a rangefinder.
Yeah.
And he flew the damn place with a drone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got aerial surveillance.
But what's crazy is like the day before, the Secret Service, somebody has video of them shooting out the window behind said building he was laying on.
Yeah.
So they already knew the building. They knew everything. But what cracks me up is, have you seen the dude with the water hose up there washing the blood off?
Yeah.
Because the story is it's too steep for a sniper.
But
to
a
get
guy
on,
with a
but
water
dude
hose
just standing over the water hose.
That's another fucking thing is they cleared
Washing
off
it off.
all that goddamn evidence so quick.
Well,
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing that kills me, they're saying it's too slanted and that it was too hot, right? It was a pitch white roof.
Mm-hmm.
The slant, like I walk up
Yeah.
higher inclines at work. I stand on higher inclines at
Yeah.
work all the time.
It was,
No,
it was
I think
malarkey.
I think the lady obviously has considered.
Boy, they handed her ass, didn't
Dude,
they?
did they? And it was
Rightfully
glorious
so.
because, which I loved it mainly because that's the first time I've ever seen Democrats and Republicans working together.
Yeah,
Well,
it's true.
You say that
They were.
until some of them there went on their tirade against
Well, yes, but I mean,
with gun control, and I'm like,
yeah.
God, you people.
but at
you won't-
least they
don't waste
both
any
were
second.
on the same line item of
Yeah.
you suck at
You
your job.
you
Yeah.
are fired.
Yes. But that Texas freaking congressman, man, when he told her, you
back to
you should
garden
quit
Cheetos."
garden presidents and go back to garden Cheetos.
Okay, but the breakdown of communication that I was meaning was not maybe they were telling him you don't shoot.
Yeah.
But it's because they didn't know who the fuck was where. They thought it could have been
100%.
one of their own guys. I'm guessing is why they told him to stand down until they can identify it's a true bad guy.
Well, even then, I mean,
Yeah, but he could have been. I mean, who's going to crawl up on a building in a freaking white T-shirt or
let's say
whatever?
he was in a
Right.
light gray T-shirt and
Yeah.
blue jeans.
that was not all tacked out. I mean, that should have been a very easy. That's not one
Tell.
of us.
That's right. That's
I
right.
believe actually nowadays when it comes to that, and I mean I could be completely wrong on this. I've seen a lot of the guys nowadays that do the. Or I have buddies back home. A few of their dads were like SWAT and whatnot. On their rigs, they have IR scanners. So those IR scanners. Let's say, one of us is police, SWAT, whatever.
Yeah.
And we scope over and just like sweep. If they have that IR scanner on it, especially nowadays,
It shows up.
Yeah, it shows
Yep.
up because of just the way the sights and the scopes are nowadays. All
Yeah.
of them are digital and some of them are Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Well, it'll scope over and be like, okay, he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't tell me they don't have that.
There's no way in hell that they would not have that kind of tech.
Well, even then, just for, like I said, I know what you're talking about, but just for that roof, like they were all told nobody's going to be on that roof.
Right.
And I just can't
There's
imagine.
somebody
I was
there.
about to say, but there's somebody on that roof.
Yeah, somebody sees somebody climbing on the roof, the sniper, the actual, whom I thought was Secret Service sniper.
Which
See somebody
could,
climbing,
but
it calls it
They
in.
say it's not.
There's 4 minutes that pass that somebody could have like gone and climbed up this like random ladder and confirmed that was not anything suspicious, right? It's just there's 2 levels of questions. Okay, the first one isn't a conspiracy. It's like, how could this lapse of protocol have allowed this to happen?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first one. That's not a conspiracy. It's like obviously there was a lapse of protocol.
Yeah.
This conspiracy for me is this seems too crazy. Like it was allowed to occur.
That it was orchestrated. It was orchestrated.
It was orchestrated or it was allowed to occur.
My first text
Yeah.
was to Mike and Tony, who friends of ours, ex-military, ex-SWAT, and I'm like, "How did this happen?" And they couldn't answer it. I'm like,
Yeah.
There's no way it should have happened.
Right.
We can't give you an explanation on.
Well, that's
why.
what I said. It's like, how the hell does a president, an ex-president, whoever, Secret Service allow someone to get within 180 yards with a semi-automatic firearm?
Right.
How's that possible? Do you tell me 180 yards
180
out?
yards.
I can shoot 180 yards with my 270
Especially there. It gets a little harder.
that I used to have that
Yeah,
got stolen.
it's like
So,
downtown Philly. That's a little harder.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Right?
they were saying that this gun was collapsible. He brought it in a case of some sort, but were they not scanning?
Like just like randos coming in?
Yeah.
Well, even then, like, and I mean, obviously the pictures of him up there
Oh, yeah.
were very skewed after the fact that
Yeah.
he got, paintballed. But that gun did not look collapsible.
It was. He had it strapped
True.
on his back as
Yeah.
he's prone up the damn building. And there's countless videos out there of people pointing their camera phones at him, getting
Yelling
video and
at
saying,
him,
"Hey, there's a motherfucker on the roof with the gun. Y'all gonna do something?" It's like, yeah, I'll just
For me, like before my house
He's
got
cool.
robbed and they stole my gun safe, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I had
I
the
hate
same
that.
exact one.
Yeah.
Like, not exact same, but I'm pretty sure I had something very similar to it.
Yeah.
Stock and all. And the stock on his looked very similar to one of the stocks on my old ones.
Yeah.
Doesn't collapse.
Mm-hmm.
And even if it did collapse, you couldn't fit that in a backpack.
Right, exactly. Yeah. They don't collapse down to that small.
No.
And it's unfortunate you lost all your guns too. I mean, you've heard
It's
us.
an
We've-
epidemic, man. It's
Yeah.
an epidemic.
Boating accidents.
I just keep
they
waiting
happen.
for Bridgeport to go down.
So
Like the
you
level
can't find them.
might be able to find my guns.
Dude,
someday.
I don't think we were at Bridgeport. We were so intoxicated. We don't remember what lake we were
Maybe.
at. Yeah.
We don't condone
No,
drinking and boating.
driving. Nope.
Yeah, no.
Sir, we were not drinking and boating. We were drinking.
We had a
and-
driver.
We were drinking and sitting
Yeah.
on the
I do that.
water in a boat.
I'm a professional at that.
He was only 14, but he was a driver.
we
Yeah.
were not underway, sir.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, are we moving on?
Oh, we got to.
Yeah,
because
we got to. We get so wrapped up in that crap.
God,
We
rabbit
gotta
holes.
talk about. Okay, so a lot of our listeners, thank you for the feedback that we do get, have said you guys have failed to deliver on like
true.
food commentary lately,
That's
which is
true.
kind of our biggest repertoire.
and we went
right?
to like a 5-star
whiskey.
restaurant recently.
Oh yeah, we didn't even put that in the freaking notes.
Well, it's not a 5-star
Okay,
because they don't have any.
they don't have any, but maybe they will because.
It's top notch though.
Man, I would classify it as.
Would you like to say this word, Savage? So I don't mess
So
it up.
you don't screw it up and
Yeah.
say Michelin.
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 Michelin stars are coming to Fort Worth. Finally, Texas. Getting some,
Nice.
Getting some
After
Michelin
years
stars.
of us having some of the best restaurants,
Yeah.
we're finally getting.
Who is
a
that
few,
cat? I've seen him on
hopefully.
TV before.
I don't know. He's obviously a chef.
Graham Elliott.
Graham Elliott. Oh, I've
He's-
heard that name.
He's
Yeah.
been on a what's the Hell's Kitchen guy?
Yeah,
The asshole.
yeah, that dude.
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's been on with Gordon doing one of his things. I don't remember what it was, but I've
Also,
seen this
watch
guy.
Gordon Ramsay's YouTube. He's the nicest guy in the world
Oh,
when, he's,
yeah.
when he's not around people.
You mean it's
Where-
all just an act?
Who'd have
What,
guessed?
what restaurant?
And it's official. It's
I don't-
official.
What's the name?
I don't know if it is an act. I have had the privilege of sitting in like a 5-star kitchen before, and those chefs are.
I mean, they
truly-
have to be.
Oh, dude, they are.
It's their name on the line.
I thought like getting our ass handed to us by a coach in athletics was bad. This was on a new level.
Oh no, sir.
They don't hold back, and they don't give a shit if you have a penis or a vagina.
Well, no.
You're getting treated equally.
Hey, in athletics, they're trying to build us up.
Yeah.
they're trying to break you down so they don't ruin
Yeah.
or so you don't ruin
So
their
is
name.
it Tim Love? And he's the chef at
Yeah.
where'd y'all go?
The woodshed.
Oh,
It's
shit,
one
I
of
don't know.
his.
He's there. I know he's down here, but
Yeah.
but
I
we
had
don't
some
know
of
the
these-
name of this place.
I had
No,
some of
this
these
is-
highlighted, but the highlights did not.
Yeah, that Graham.
Oh, okay, Chef Bonnell, John Bonnell. Yeah, so he's
Well, that's just them
mentioned.
talking about it. I'm saying what's the name of the restaurant?
So
that's
what they're
coming?
saying is for at least 3 years they're going to include Fort Worth along
so
with
it's not-
Dallas,
it's-
San Antonio,
it's not-
Houston,
Oh,
and
okay,
Austin.
okay. So they're
Yeah.
it's not one restaurant they're just saying they're going to actually come here to do their.
They're going to include Texas, at least 5 cities into the review to the
So
Michelin.
Dallas, Fort Worth, San Antonio, Houston.
Yep. Dallas, Fort Worth,
Yes,
San Antonio,
literally the
Houston,
thing I just said.
Austin. Austin. That's
We always forget about that
Yeah.
liberal cesspool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunately the capital of
Yeah,
the state
it
too.
is.
Little California.
I hear people are
that's-
leaving there though.
Oh, they
So
are.
Californians are leaving and
Well,
going
have you
back.
not noticed the people that are coming here?
So they're not going back to their homeland. They're coming up here now. They're
Yeah.
gonna- little California us.
That's cool.
yeah, it is cool.
Yeah, can't wait.
Except, the restaurants we already go to that we know and love and know that they're great will get Michelin stars, and we won't be able to afford to go to them.
Automatically,
Again.
the food
Well,
doubles.
And I was
Yeah.
about to say, I was going to ask y'all. I know y'all do Papa Bros all the time.
Next
Have
year,
y'all
you're
ever-
coming with us, right?
Let me know.
Okay.
Let me know. Have y'all ever been to the Wicked Butcher in Fort Worth?
I've heard of it, but I've not been there.
So, long story short, my grandfather used to take my grandmother to the Omni once a year. Well, the Syndicate Hotel downtown Fort Worth, it's 5-6 blocks away from the Omni.
Okay.
They put in a new steakhouse called Wicked Butcher.
Okay.
Took her there for her birthday last year. Man, that might be one of the best restaurants I've ever been to.
Interesting. It doesn't get a lot of press.
Well,
I know
and
I've
that's
heard
what
of it because
blew
it's
my
a
mind.
steakhouse, but
When, of course, it's a steakhouse in downtown Fort Worth.
yeah.
But no, it blew my mind.
Ah.
Like, pricing was below
Yeah.
average for especially a nice steakhouse,
Okay.
but food was fantastic.
What said
really
it? I
was.
mean, what was the ultimate deciding factor that escalated it above the rest of the others that you've been to?
So for me, when I was in high school and college, I did culinary.
Okay.
Especially in college, I had to have a certain amount of credits.
Nice.
I was in Boy Scouts. I got my Eagle Scout.
Okay.
To use my all my student loans and to use my whatever, I had to have a certain amount of credits. Well, when I went into culinary, the guy that was teaching culinary always talked about all these huge, lovely restaurants down in Fort Worth and Dallas. Never heard of Wicked Butcher.
Yeah.
Well, I started looking one day, and I was like, man, I want to take Mamo out, take her to a nice place, then take her to the Omni like Papaw used to. Scrolling through, saw the Wicked Butcher, had like 5 stars, but I'd never heard of the place.
Yeah.
And I was like, we have to try this. I want to say altogether, I spent less than $200 for me and her. I had a steak I couldn't finish, and
That's
that doesn't
nice.
happen often.
Yeah, right.
I'm 6'8", 350. That does not happen. Or she got a charcuterie board and a nice little filet. Of course, she couldn't finish the filet. She ate the entire charcuterie board.
Nice.
That's her favorite thing in the world. I don't know why.
Charcuterie.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like I said, less than $200.
Yeah.
Man, on your recommendation, we're gonna go.
We have to.
Please do.
Yeah, we have to.
That is like, to me, that is my hidden gem now in Fort Worth.
Okay.
I've told her, I'm like, hey, anytime
It's a
you want
bold.
to go back,
Yeah, I like it.
You let me know. I'll make sure I have the money and we can go back down there.
I think I've disregarded it because the name sounds too novelty. But now,
Yeah.
That was my thing. I was like, oh, the Wicked Butcher. It doesn't sound like to me, it didn't sound like an upscale place.
Right. No.
But so we went in, we sat down. I got an old fashioned. Their old fashions were really good.
Yeah.
I've had a lot better.
Yeah.
But for their whiskey selection and everything, I think an old fashioned was $18.
Okay.
The steak I think I had was $60.
What cut did you have?
Ribeye. All I do is ribeyes.
Was it aged?
I think it was aged like a month and a half.
Yeah.
Or dry aged. Really nice steak,
That's
honestly.
like ideal right there because you're getting to that point where it's like you're starting to get into those earthy.
I would say it's breaking down, but
Yeah.
it's not really broken down.
Yeah, right there is like the good point where you can get everybody agreeing like this is a good steak. When you go past like 40 days or into 60, then it's like this shit tastes like mushrooms.
What kills me is so many steak places. They're like, "Oh, our tomahawk's our best."
Yeah.
Well, no, your tomahawk's your biggest.
Yeah,
That is
and
not
you want
made
to
at your
sell that.
best.
That's all you want
Yeah.
is the selly.
I can go to Brookshire's and buy the exact same cut.
I mean,
probably
that
the
was
exact
Papa
same
Bros.
grade,
Yeah,
and it's like $30.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
They
but
were
they're
selling
selling
the
it for
shit
$200.
out of
Well, exactly.
tomahawks.
Well, and like y'all talk about all the time, y'all can cook it better. I could probably cook it better.
Yeah, but it's about the experience.
I know.
I mean, I say that, but this last steak I had was incredible.
All right, so let's get to that. But I want to finish up with like wicked butchers.
We need to go give them a try.
Yeah, we should. We really should.
Yeah.
So, but like the novelty stuff just kills me. Like when I hear of novelty, whiskeys, especially when you get celebrity endorsements behind them, it's like, okay, I'll try it.
What do you mean, dude? You haven't tried the Rocks tequila?
Yeah, no, I have not. No, or McConaughey's. What is his legacy or? It drives
Jesus.
me. And George Clooney has some tequila too.
They
I
all
think,
do now.
And,
Doesn't George Strait have tequila now?
Yep.
yeah, Metallica's got whiskey.
Yeah.
I love Metallica. I'm not going to drink their whiskey.
No.
They're all reformed alcoholics to begin with. So
What separates out that Balcones?
Nothing. That's trash.
ZZ Top. It's
yeah,
pretty good.
it's a novelty. It was a
I hate that
novelty
stuff.
purchase. That's not
Yeah.
that's
I don't
not
like
a
it
good
at all.
whiskey.
To me, anything that is paired with a celebrity name automatically, like you're going to pay for the celebrity name. You're not going to
Okay,
pay for a product. That's what it is.
That's valid.
Like, I mean, don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. I have a old Jack Daniels bottle that is Jack Daniels, or it says Johnny Cash number 7, and I bought it because it was Johnny Cash number 7. It's Jack Daniels.
Right.
Yeah.
I bought it because it's Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
I love that old school style of country music.
It's a collector's piece. At that
100%.
point. Yeah.
But I'm not going to buy that Balcones. I'm not going to buy George Strait tequila. The tequila I like is cheap. It's good. It's not George Strait tequila.
Yeah. What tequila is that?
Esperada.
Okay.
Both of those are gifts. The number 9 is Slipknot's whiskey.
I don't think I've actually even seen that.
It's a corn whiskey, and it's decent. It's decent. So
Pour it.
what are you
Let's
doing?
I'll
What are you
try
doing
it.
over here,
I'm
man?
letting people see.
Oh, behind us.
Yeah.
Slipknot's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, on to Papa's Bros and our experience there. Have you been to Papa's Bros before?
I have not.
Oh,
I've wanted to go.
Okay.
I just have not had the luxury yet.
Yeah, this is.
I mean, you're going to pay for it, but
yeah, but
man,
it's
it was
worth it.
good.
This is the first
No,
year
you
that
could-
we.
two people can go for under $200.
I always
Oh, yeah.
walk in there and I'm like,
If you
okay,
haven't
I can
noticed-
do the steak.
You haven't noticed, Doc. Food is not a thing I care about paying for. I will pay for it happily. This body was not built in a week, buddy.
Yeah, that's man. I tell you, every time I walk in there, and so we have several years running.
Yeah.
Once a year we go.
Yeah.
and I say, okay, it's like it takes me a
splurge.
year to forget how good that steak is, and then I
How
actually
good
time to be
everything is.
reminded again.
That's
everything.
That's what we just said. We've been
Everything.
there several ongoing years, and I
Yeah.
can't tell you a one single bad thing.
Well, I'll say this.
Any
It's
of them.
true.
I had never heard of the place. And then I started listening to the podcast. And now I can't get the name out of my head.
Yeah. It's,
Oh, you got to go
it's
get it a
fortuitous.
try.
The Whiskey
Yeah.
Bros have recommended Papa's Bros.
Well, and that's
so
the thing.
good.
Like, as much as y'all have talked about it, and as good as you've talked about it, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that is
Well,
top of the list right now.
Take your ma'am off for a date there.
I will.
She
I will.
needs. She deserves some Papa's
order the
Bros.
lobster bisque, my friend.
Yeah, and if they give
Okay.
you flack, just keep asking.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. Whenever we go, I'll probably text you and be like, hey, what are the recommendations? What do we need to do here?
Lobster bisque.
man.
Well,
the
we can
freaking
recommend, but let
scallops.
them
Oh, my
recommend
God.
too, because they're.
Oh, I'm sure.
They're
It
usually
is.
pretty good,
It is
yeah.
from the top down, like the best of the best.
Oh,
Service,
freaking octopus,
cocktails, wine,
the oysters, like everything,
hors d'oeuvres, appetizers.
Oh, they have oysters?
everything.
Buddy.
Yes, they
And those oysters, it's like I can't tell
say
you
what
the
now?
last time. I can't tell you the last time I had an oyster where I was like, "Oh, this is good."
Me and my grandfather, when I was younger, we used to go to Papados.
Yep.
Once,
So it's the same.
That's
it's
the same family.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, same
That's all I
owners.
need to know.
Papacitos, Papa Bros,
Okay.
Papa. Now they.
Yeah.
Did you see when we were down there? They have barbecue.
Yeah, they've had
Oh,
that
yeah.
for a while.
Have
I
they?
think. Yeah.
That's the first
Yeah.
time I've seen that.
Yeah.
But me and him used to go like once every few months to Papados and get oysters. And that would be the only thing we get.
That's cool.
I didn't even know I liked oysters till he was like, oh,
Go
here,
get
try
oysters.
this.
Yeah.
Man, Tabasco, little bit of a horseradish.
Okay, yeah. So let me.
Perfect.
I'm glad you brought that up because
That
that's
was
where I
my
was
dad's
fixing to
favorite
go.
place was Papados, and
That
it was
was my
always
grandfather's,
always
man.
about oysters.
Because that's where I was going.
cheers to those guys.
So when you
Oysters
say
and
I love oysters,
Yeah.
do you really love oysters, or do you love all the shit that you put on top of it to slurp that thing down? Because
Oh.
I have never seen one single person.
Yes, you have.
Take-
Yes, you
I've
have.
never seen one single person just take the oysters, the whole oysters, all the time, and just go. It's always got some shit on
Oh.
it, and then you stir up some shit and put some
So-
other stuff on it, and Tabasco.
Well, you
and-
put salt
Yeah.
and pepper on your steak, don't you?
Yes, but I will also eat steak and I will eat steak any way you cook it almost. But what I'm saying is, and it's not bagging on anybody. I'm just
Sure.
saying when you say I love oysters, do you really, or
Yes.
do you love all the stuff? Because I couldn't tell you what a oyster tastes like. Now I can tell you what all the other junk on top of it tastes like.
Yeah,
So
There's a lot of lime and salt, and
for me, when I go to
so
a
if
place,
you really loved oysters, wouldn't you just be sucking them down
just suck them down.
for
without
me,
everything on it?
the first one or two oysters I'll go when we go get oysters. Well, nobody else in my family will eat them now, but when I go get them, the first one or two I'll eat just by themselves,
Just to test
see
the oyster?
see if they're good. Because I mean, we've all been to a steakhouse, and their steak sucks.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you always want that first bite to tell what you're working with.
Yes.
To really know how much salt and pepper you need to put on it.
Yeah,
We've all had French fries, and we're like, does this need ketchup? Does this need ranch?
Right.
Does it need salt? That's the way I look at oysters. Like, food is food. Yes, you're going to pay for food.
Yeah.
You're going to pay for some food a lot more than you're going to pay for other.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. But that's so back to my oyster thing. It's the same thing as if you tell me I love steak and then I see you order one and
It's
put
like-
A1 sauce on top of it.
Okay.
You have seen me eat an oyster without anything on
Well,
it.
no, I've seen you, but you also mix it. Like
Yeah,
you,
it's just flavor enhancers.
well, for me, like, if I really like the taste of the oysters, yeah, I'm going to eat the oysters, but I'm also going to put a little bit of horseradish. I'm going to put a little bit of Tabasco. If I don't like them, I'm going to put a hell of a lot more horseradish.
Yeah.
A hell of a lot more Tabasco.
and I'm not an oyster connoisseur by any means. The other night at Papa Bros, probably the fourth oyster I've ever had in my life. So,
Fair.
but I loved them. I mean, they
Was
were
it
great.
was it the best oyster?
That I've had?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
How
couldn't
do you
even
say
tell
oyster?
You.
Yeah.
Oyster?
Oyster.
Oyster.
I don't say
You
that.
went deep south, son. You're like,
I know, oyster.
Oyster's
Oyster.
not the best oyster.
I don't say the T.
For the record,
Oyster.
as long as I've been listening to y'all, I've had this thought 100 times. I almost want to just sit down at some point, listen to an episode, and write down all the words.
The words?
And just like at the end of the year, be like, Whiskey Bros 2023, Whiskey Bros 2024, Dictionary of the Year.
Yes.
And every year, July is right.
July. That's right.
That's the thing that kills me more than anything. Y'all have people on here and y'all roast them for the way
July.
they pronounce stuff.
July. Like, say June and then say July. And they're like, June. July.
July.
No. It's,
For me, y'all have people on here. Y'all roast them for saying something. And I'm like, y'all can't even pronounce Michelin stars. Like, what are y'all doing?
No, and it's not y'all.
Okay, well,
There's only one that
I don't know what
thinks
you're talking
it's
about. Anthony
some other
Bourdain says
weird-
it's Michelin star.
Yeah, well, he
so-
killed himself, so what's he know?
Look, the guy knew
Michelin.
food.
Oh, sorry to laugh.
he doesn't
That
know
guy
much
was a
right
hero.
now.
That
Oh, he
poor-
was.
Yeah. How do you
You
eat?
need some little book.
How do you eat what he ate instead and
Well, how
stay
do you live
skinny
his
as a
life?
rail?
Yeah.
What do you-
Cigarettes and cocaine,
Little
bro.
book.
Well, he quit smoking. That's probably why he killed
So
himself.
just cocaine.
Which little book is that?
That's chapter 2. It's 2019. I think it's chapter 2.
I think I've had the 2019 yet.
It's a little hot too.
Yeah. I'm glad you had the
So
handy
speaking
tonight
on
with
steaks,
us.
so let's go back to the conspiracy and
Hold on. No.
okay.
We're not concluded on oysters yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay. John Bonnell was mentioned because his restaurants are contenders for the Michelin stars.
I would say so.
He has a restaurant called Water. So you can go there and get a flight of oysters. Each oyster is from a different part of the United States.
Really?
And you don't eat those with any bullshit on them because the taste difference just based on their
The
geographical
water.
area
Yeah.
is so drastically different. There's one that tastes like a fucking watermelon.
That's
I put an
really-
oyster in my mouth and I'm like, this is watermelon.
so it's the Scotch of oysters.
Sure.
What you're saying?
Well, where's this place at?
It's called Waters. It's in downtown Fort Worth. Hopefully it hadn't closed down.
No, I think it's still
It
up.
used to be on West 7th, but it's in downtown Fort Worth now.
Waters.
Waters is in.
Give me some of that water.
Friend Johnny B would say water.
He like that water. Give me some of that water.
He is
So it'd be cool if Texas got a Michelin.
good. Go try
Michelin star, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It would
Okay,
be.
so Drew, if he doesn't go before, he's coming with us to Papa's Bros next year.
Okay.
So if you go to this place without us, you're gonna show up and you're gonna be like, when the fuck did these guys tell me to go? Because it's like
in the
pigeonholed in
ghetto.
between Loop 12 and 365, and it's like
Right in
Papa's-
between the strip clubs.
Yeah, and it's like,
Yep.
ooh.
Guys, I was born and raised in Bedford, Euless.
Okay. Your if you take your what do you call her, Mamaw?
Mamaw.
If you take your Mamaw, she's gonna be like, what are you doing to me?
She's the one that raised me in Bedford, Euless.
Okay.
She's very used to the area. My grandfather used to work off a Mockingbird.
Okay.
We're very used to everything down there.
All
That's
right.
fine.
Yeah, you're not shocked then.
No.
Okay. Right on. Okay. Now I'm done with oysters. You want to say?
I'm
continue
kinda
on
hungry
steaks?
now, though.
Yeah, I am too. I'm always hungry.
I'm fat. I'm always hungry. It's fine.
No, I was saying since we're talking about steaks and beef, we should go back down the conspiracy hole and watch this video right there.
Okay, this one.
How much trouble do you
Okay.
think we are?
How much trouble do you think we are with our food?
Wow, that might be the best segue I've heard in a
Okay.
while.
Let's listen to Mr. Cowboy talk.
And I don't know who this guy is.
It's a dude in a hat.
He looks
dude.
like he's
Four
got
main
a-
packers control 85% of the supply chain in the beef industry today. Two of them are foreign owned. And
Why would we do this?
why do we do this? In order to gain
about
control of production and consumption, they have to have control of food production. And the very ground level of food production is farmers and ranchers. And what do farmers and ranchers have? They have land. For the global elite to have control of all production and all consumption, they have to have control of the land. The only reason they haven't won, and we're not going to let them win, is because the American cattle rancher owns his land. Everything we talk about goes back to liberty and freedom. Are we able to produce it the way we see fit?
pretty profound, but we have broached that more than
Yeah.
once on here about source your shit locally.
Yeah.
Talk to your farmers,
Especially
and
your
ranchers
beef.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
go to
that
your-
and
go to your-
so where this came up into my conspiracy stuff that I get sent to me daily is the whole. I don't know if you guys remember when we were talking about. I had the map up if when California goes off and the new America, what it looks like, you
Yeah.
know. And
Is it gonna like break off and float into the ocean, or
No,
do you
it's
mean
just
we put a
done.
wall?
it was just
We put a
done,
wall
but-
around.
It's going to catch on
California.
fire.
Oh, it's-
Ah.
Yeah.
Too soon, bro.
Too
Too
soon.
soon.
Yeah.
Too soon. But no, it was like Bill Gates is buying up all the farmland. And then this come up to say the reason why we're still in control is because the farmers still own the farmland. But he's supposedly trying to take that away where we don't own the farmland anymore.
Bill Gates?
I think it was Gates.
I think the solution very much is local.
Yeah. Support your local
Right.
produce, support your local producers.
Right.
right.
So farmer.
But if Taiwanese or whoever owns the local farmland,
Yeah. So
what's that do to our local?
Arkansas, I think in their last election cycle, voted to, I don't know how they write it up, but if you're Chinese, if you don't live in Arkansas or you're not an American citizen, you can't buy land in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think their main target was like
True.
Chinese people. You're not buying their shit.
But
Chinese
that's
corporate,
easy.
you're
That's
not
very
buying their
easy to
Chinese
get around,
state.
though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is.
You send one Chinese guy here 10 years ago to get his U.S. citizenship with all the money backing of China. He buys up 7,100 acres
Okay. If you get
of
your
land, and now they've just went around that. It just takes them a little bit longer.
if you get your beef from Costco, where are you getting your beef from?
I don't know.
Is the label, the label of origin still a thing? No.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
If you get it from HEB, it's good
Well-
chance it's from Texas.
Well,
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Thank
HEB's
God.
like huge on Texas,
But
like honeys.
It's
But
a Texas corporation.
Yes, but I think they
Yeah.
also sell the other stuff. So I think
Yeah.
you have to kind of go look
ooh,
for it.
the honey brings me down a whole different rabbit hole. We can touch that after this.
Okay, well, honey is on the list then. But we've also touched on the fact that if you can get around the label of origin, you can just pack
Yes.
you can bring
Yeah,
it in.
it's like bring it in.
but if you pack it here in
pack it.
America,
Pack it
it's like
here.
this beef
If
comes
you just
from America.
if you just rebox it here,
Yeah.
that's all it takes to be said it's from America. Yeah.
okay,
Screwed.
so eat more local beef. That's my new mantra.
How do you do that?
My mantra's always been eat more beef. Now it's eat more
Well, you go to the-
local beef.
Well, and
Local
lucky
you
for us,
say
meat
here
market,
in Wise
right?
County, we have that option.
Well,
Yes.
you
That's
say,
true.
but where's that
That's
local
true.
beef coming from the meat market?
We know Heart Brand, and that comes from their farms and ranches.
Is that local?
Well, it's in the state of Texas, so local enough.
Is America
So again,
local?
we're 94
Sure.
episodes deep. We need to have the meat market on here.
It's in
It's in the works,
gonna happen.
brah.
I was about to
Okay.
say, honestly, I'm amazed
Okay.
y'all haven't.
I
Well,
know.
it's,
me
it's
too.
in the works. It's
you
let's
think
say
you're-
they're going to
you
be on
think-
for a celebratory.
You think your schedule's hard to
I
get?
can only imagine. I can only imagine. Well, and that's the thing. I felt so bad about my schedule.
Oh, no,
those are busy people up
Oh,
there, man.
I mean, they're busy, but at the
No
same
doubt.
time, hell, we all appreciate them.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh, yes.
That's the only place I will go.
Yeah,
Yep.
And I mean, my grandmother's old school. She's like, "Oh, we'll buy everything at Walmart." I'm like, "No, we won't."
yeah.
I've told her 100 times. I'm like, "You buy what groceries you want,
Bingo.
meat or meat and cheese."
Okay.
Nowadays, I'm like, "Hey,
Yeah.
And eggs. They have eggs.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
they,
so
potatoes.
I live off Cuba,
Okay.
so I have the lovely couple down the road, right there by the
Not the island. Okay.
Took you a
Just
while to
checking.
get here, huh?
Yeah.
He flew in. That's the reason why his schedule was so screwed up.
It's hard to get those
Flights.
flights out of
If I
Cuba.
lived on Cuba or lived in Cuba, buddy, we'd have cigars right now. What do you mean? But we have a lovely couple down the road from us that have farm fresh eggs and farm fresh dairy. So for me, I'm like,
No,
I love y'all. Y'all will see me normally 2 times a month.
Yeah.
Depends on how many cookies I have at the house. Maybe 3 times a month for the milk.
Yeah. So that's a great starting point then. If you're asking where do you source your food locally, start with somebody that gives you eggs or produces eggs.
Oh yeah.
Somebody that makes milk, even if it's raw milk. It's probably, if they're not a huge dairy operation, it's not going to be subject to like disease and stuff that you would have in a large operation.
And I don't know, you can still find a couple local dairies here, but dude, you could drop a pin on a Wise County map, and I guarantee you, within 2 miles, you're gonna find somebody with chicken eggs.
Yes.
Like there are so
Yes.
many people saying chicken eggs, chicken eggs, chicken eggs.
Well, and especially like in our area, if you don't know of a place that has local milk,
yeah.
just ask.
Yeah.
Somebody knows it. I
Somebody
promise you.
knows.
Somebody in your friends group knows.
Yeah.
And if you've never had raw milk, it's so good.
Oh yeah.
Go to your local watering hose, the Chief, Trinity Street,
Go.
Yeah.
locality.
I'm about to say go anywhere.
Anywhere, pretty
Somebody
much,
will
yeah.
know. Dude, raw milk is so good.
So
It
it's
is.
so different too.
Well, so if you look at my family, my grandfather was my height, but he was also as big around as a stir straw. My grandmother is 5'2". I blame my size on the fact that they fed me raw milk and eggs every single day.
Don't think you grew into what you were supposed to be, man. I don't think there's any blaming going around.
Well, the problem is, and you're a big guy yourself, Chance. Your back doesn't feel good, does it?
No, not all the time.
Yeah, I'm 28 and my back feels like I got ran over 4 times.
Yeah. My blame was to my grandmother and mother always saying, clean your plate. I'm full.
Oh, yeah.
Well, sir, what are you doing Tuesday, Thursdays at noon to 1?
Would you like
We can help with this. We can help with
sleeping
this.
technically?
Well, you say that. Like I said, I get off at 5.
Yeah.
We all know how our brains work. If I put it into my brain, I need to be up on a certain day at a certain time, I can get up at that point. What you got, Savage?
So, man, fire.
Okay.
We have started the Dad Bod Workout Challenge.
Okay.
With Jen Robb up at J Rob's
I know
Fitness. Yeah. Man, she's kicking our ass.
She is, but in a good way.
But in a good way. If there's,
I'm about to say, at least somebody can.
So does she have y'all lifting weights?
Oh yeah, lifting. I mean, and a lot
Doing
of it's
burpees?
been. No
burpees.
To that extent. A lot of it's been like core.
Yeah.
Improvements.
Okay.
And
using our own body weight against us.
We're only like 4 deep into it right now.
5.
So 5 deep. Yeah, so.
Okay.
It's pretty good. I told her she's too nice right now. I'm like, Jen, you got to get in her ass.
Wait, Jen Robb is too nice?
She's too nice, yeah.
I don't believe
so
that.
I personal trained with J Rob for a little bit, and he, he's J Rob. Like you don't expect this guy to be nice.
Yeah.
Right. So I think I went in there expecting that with her, and I'm like, come on, Jen, get in her ass a little bit more.
You just
get up in there.
Remember, you said this.
That's fine.
Y'all are gonna pay
You
for
have
that
my
this
number.
week.
You let me know.
I'm just saying.
Tuesday, Thursdays, bro. You can do 5 a.m. to 6, or it's like 5:15 to 6, but
that would work perfectly for me.
Well, so she does either one, whatever works best for you. So it's Tuesday, Thursdays, 5. I think it's 5:15 to 6.
Okay.
Or 12 to 12:45.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got a number?
Do not actually.
Okay, well I'll send it to you.
We'll get you involved. Cuba Road, huh?
Yes, sir.
Have you heard of the legend?
Hell's Gate?
Yeah.
Oh, buddy, it's so you know where the high school is in Bridgeport?
Yes. Yep.
So me and my grandma live right next door. We live in those nice little duplexes.
Yep.
Me and a few of my buddies, when COVID was going on and there was nothing to do, we used to hang out at one of the local guys in Bridgeport. He had a huge shop with way too many beer fridges. And there was one night, like I think I'd been here a month.
Okay.
And he told me, he's like, "Oh yeah, have you ever heard of Hell's Gate on Cuba?" And I was like, "No." I flat out told him, I was like, "Buddy, I've only heard of Wise County like 5 times in my life. How would I know about Hell's Gate on Cuba?" Well, we jumped on his side by side, and we went down there, and we walked it. And
so does the road still dead end?
Yes.
Okay. Because when I went, it dead ends and you cross an old bridge and
that's the thing. Like now there are people that technically live down there.
Yeah.
There's a few houses down there.
Yes.
But there's still a walking path to the bridge.
Okay.
Well, we walked back there and it was cool.
Yeah, there's a creepiness factor.
Oh, 100%. But we get back there and me being me, I'm like, okay, this is stupid. We're going to come back here. By the way, I may or may not still have a banquet can in my hand while we're walking this. And I'm like, whatever, we're here. This will be cool at least. Once you get probably like 30, 40 feet off that bridge, some weird shit happens.
Temperature changes. It gets a little colder.
Well, at first I was like, oh, we're in a creek bottom. That's why the temperature changed.
Sure, yeah.
But then you walk 5 more feet and all of a sudden the temperature shoots back up.
Yeah.
Same elevation.
Yeah.
I was like,
there's a creepiness factor there that you can't deny.
Oh no!
And it's in the haunted places of Texas handbook.
So
it's there.
I have the book at the house.
Okay, awesome.
So what's the story here?
I don't know the backstory.
I really don't even know the backstory. I'm sure in the book it covers it. I'll put it this way. I'll go home tonight. I'll look in the book.
Okay.
Put it on the dock line.
Yep. I will. But I was raised actually in Denison, Texas.
Okay. That's a growing place right now. It's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I go back there, I'm like, oh, I'm so happy I live in Wise County. It's so much nicer. I was a bouncer bartender for 8 years of my life. Who would have guessed the bouncer part?
I'd never.
No, I would not have.
No, nobody would have. Which that's also hilarious.
Are you sure you weren't the hot hostess?
I mean, well, next week I'll be the hot hostess at the Dad Bar Car Wash.
There you go. Oh, damn, they got you roped into that, huh?
Dude, I wanted to do it last year.
Okay.
Well, so actually last year while y'all were doing it,
It was
I stopped
torture.
by. Well, I know it was, but I stopped by, donated money.
Did you?
I was in my work clothes.
Okay.
And Matt was like, "Oh, dude, you're in high vis. You direct traffic." And I was like, "Dude, I gotta go to work. I'm so sorry."
Nope. I'm paying money and leaving.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I think I donated like $100 last week or last year, and I was like, "Hey, I get off, or I can get off after so many hours. Let me know." He never told me, so I never said anything else.
It was so hot last year. Oh my God.
Well, Mama Bear's a very good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And I told her since last year, before everything happened with Tank, I was like, "Hey, the next year, please let me know.
Mm-hmm.
If you can do it on a weekend, I will be there." Why would I not be?
Yeah.
It's some of the most. I know y'all had a great time.
Oh, we had a great time.
I mean, not looking at Greg's ass. It's nice denim G-string.
How could you avoid it? Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
There was no part of Greg that you could avoid.
Yeah.
Well, that was the thing. I saw the pictures the day before. So right before I left, Greg walked up.
Yeah.
And he had on basketball shorts.
Yeah.
And he was like, "I need to take these shorts off." And I was like, "Why?" And he'd said, "Well, I got something on underneath." And I was like, I'm happy I'm leaving. I love you, buddy, but I'm leaving. But no, I told Mom, I'm like, "Hey, you let me know. I'll be there." Well, I've been annoying her and Chad because originally it was going to happen in July.
Okay.
Well, July's been a busy month for everyone.
Yeah.
Finally, I think 2 weeks ago, I asked Chad one Friday when I was up there, and I was like, "Hey, Dad Bar Car Wash. I've been training 28 years for this. When is it?"
When is it going on? Yeah.
And he told me sometime in August. Finally, they came up with a date. What is it? First Saturday in August. So
I don't
next
even
week,
know.
I believe
it's
so.
First
Okay.
Saturday.
All right. There it is. It's an official release on this show.
Well,
I hadn't had that information.
I believe it is first Saturday in August.
Okay.
So next week, this will release Monday, Tuesday.
Yes.
So following Saturday, Chief Cigar Lounge. Chad's a buddy of mine. If he wants to beat my ass for saying that, he can. That's fine. But man, come up and support. It's for a good cause.
It really is a good
First
cause.
Saturday of August.
Yep.
There you go. It's official now. Whiskey Bros.
You'll
Fact
see
check.
me in a
100%.
cut off Chief shirt and some short shorts.
Towering
Proceeds.
over everybody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Proceeds go
supervise,
to a
so-
good cause.
Proceeds go to a great cause. Yeah, absolutely. Guardians of the Children, a great organization, cool motorcycles, cool people.
And great people, man.
And great cause. Yeah. And they've been guests of the show. too.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. And the thing is, Mama Bear might be one of the sweetest people I've ever met.
Oh, yeah.
She's like adopted my grandmother.
Really? That's
Oh,
cool.
dude. And the thing is, with y'all going to Bridgeport and everything, y'all met my grandmother, I'm sure.
Probably.
Well, so anytime y'all are going to locality, if you see an older lady sitting in the far corner right by where the bartender's going in and out, that's my
That's
grandmother.
her.
Her
Okay.
name's Barbara Davis.
Got it?
If y'all ever see her there, could go up and say hi.
Yeah.
She's the sweetest thing in the world.
Okay.
Just don't ask stories. Cause
Y'all heard it
she'll
here.
embarrass
They're gonna be
the fuck
there.
out of you.
Yeah.
She will.
Yeah. Y'all heard it here.
Yeah. Before we get on to honey, what is Carnivore here for?
That's not me, bro.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go on a little carnivore. Hardcore.
Okay.
So,
You've done this before, right?
yeah, I have. Like, Savage and I tried it.
But in a week? And then you were like,
Barely.
Yeah,
if
fuck
if
this.
we
I
made
need
it a
some
week.
I was about to
veggies.
say,
I'm
didn't
going to
y'all,
try to make it 2 weeks.
didn't y'all stop and or didn't y'all meet up one weekend, cook a bunch of shit? and
Yes,
realize
we
y'all
did.
couldn't do it because y'all cooked too much
Well,
shit?
and I think the problem with it was we smoked everything.
Yeah. So your palate just got
Yeah. So
killed
about
real
4
quick.
days in, I'm like,
oh,
barbecue ribs.
So I
okay.
think I'm going to try the Michaela Peterson method.
What was that? I'm good, bro.
Steak and salt.
okay.
Steak and salt.
Do you know
That's
who Dale Brisby is?
No.
So he's he's big in rodeo. He's big in this area. Actually, I believe he's from Graham, Texas. Or I believe he's in Graham, Texas, I should say. He does podcasts. He does TikTok, YouTube, everything. Really funny guy.
Mm-hmm.
But he's been talking about how he's been doing carnivore. And that's what he said. He does steak, salt. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
He cooks his steak the way he wants to. A little bit of sea salt on it. He
Boom.
says he never gets tired of it.
That's kind of the primitive thing, though, like salt and fire and meat, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Doesn't get any more genuine than that.
well, let's be honest here. We're all cavemen at heart.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, at work, my favorite thing in the world is throw big rocks on the ground and see bust. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
So why would I want to change my diet from meat, salt, fire, done? Like, it just makes sense.
If we would do it.
Because there's cookies
Yeah.
out there.
Well, there's cookies.
And brewskis and whiskey. I mean, this is kind of
Jack in the
primitive.
Box
This is
tacos.
yeah, this is grains in a glass.
I'm say
and
it's
with
fermented
fire.
grains.
Yeah, some fire happening. Yeah.
So how should I do it?
I don't.
You know, like
you're
what's,
not asking the right person.
so
if
what
you
kind
look-
of steak? Do I eat it twice a day or do I eat it once a day?
I thought that's all you could eat.
That's all you could eat.
I'm about to
Eat
say,
You eat it
I'm
once a
pretty
day
sure-
or twice a day?
You're going to need more than one steak a day.
Well, depends on how he does portions. I don't know
Yeah,
how Doc eats.
valid,
I don't know how
valid.
Doc eats.
one tomahawk a day.
Yeah, one tomahawk a day.
I don't know. It's got to
you say
have
that.
some.
Ooh,
It's got to have some fat
name.
to it.
Write that down.
One tomahawk
a day.
Oh yeah, I like
Then don't misspell tomahawk.
No, I would go with tomahawks.
Kamala Hawk.
I would go with
Oh, no, not
one
tomahawk.
inch, 1 inch
How do you spell
ribeyes.
not Kamala Hawk Tua. No,
Oh, she.
Hawkua.
You know,
Yeah, not
Kamala's hot
ribs.
tuas. She's,
No,
she's
1
done
inch
that, right?
ribeyes is what I would go with.
well, I mean,
1 inch
she's where
ribeyes.
she is.
It's easy
Okay.
to cook, fat.
It's got enough fat.
It's got fat. It's easy to cook. You can
I
just
think
chunk
you're
that
right.
stuff on the grill and go with it.
Yeah, but there's
think you're
also
right.
fajita meat, like skirt steaks, the simple stuff
Dude,
too.
skirt steak is one of the most underutilized things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Or
Tri-tip.
meat market picanha.
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
But-
shut up.
Oh,
No,
we
it's
shouldn't have said
terrible
that.
stuff.
You gotta
Picanha,
edit
it's,
that.
it's horrible. Don't buy
Trash.
it.
horrible.
It's so
Forget-
expensive.
if you see
Actually,
it, run
if you
away.
buy it, I'll give you my address and you
Yeah.
can donate it to
It's
me.
so
'cause
You're not going to
expensive.
like it.
Yeah.
no, it's bad.
Trash.
Don't do it.
Can't believe I did that.
Dang it.
Chance.
Well,
Why?
there went our chance
Why
of getting.
chance?
Sorry.
There went our chance of getting them on.
Yeah. It's dry as fuck.
Yeah, it's really not a
terrible.
good cut. It's just cheap. That's
It's like
it.
the
It's like
the hoofs.
if you want to give it something to your dogs, that's what you buy, right?
Yeah, I'm your dog now. By the way. Give
You
it to me.
find it over there in the back fridge. That's
Yeah.
where it's
So
all
what's a
at.
portion of picanha? It's about 8 to 10 ounces,
What's that, I
right?
think?
Yeah.
I think you can
ounces
get-
roundabout?
Yeah, that's what I say. I think you can get it
Well,
different.
Yeah.
According to, I believe, I think it's just meat intake. Supposedly, for the average human being, it's supposed to be what, 8 ounces a meal, or for proteins, I should say.
Oh, it gets debated.
If you listen
Oh,
to
I
the,
know, I
did
know.
you listen to the episode with the gut check guys?
Oh yes, I did.
They would argue heavily against that 8 to 10 ounce portion.
Yeah.
They're like, you can't eat enough protein. And there's a doctor here that's
Well,
also.
I know. Sometimes I question it.
Yeah. Now I like my carbs too, but
Well, and I mean, so for me here lately, I've been trying to do a bunch of weight loss stuff.
Okay.
I say a bunch. I've been doing some weight loss stuff.
it's effective. It's effective.
You know, the guy I called didn't get back to me.
Damn it.
But
Freaking Cuban.
from what I've seen, especially here lately, with a bunch of the bigger guys that have been on like the by no means do I want to do like bodybuilding shit.
Right. You just want to
I
get
just
fit.
want to lose some little bit of weight, man.
I
Dad
know-
bod,
I know your
workout,
pain.
Tuesday, Thursday.
I
Jen
know,
Robs.
I know. Stop yelling at me. I'll cry. I'll do it. But I've actually seen a lot of scientific proof here lately that the more protein you intake, the more you burn because that protein will replace everything else. So, I mean, I agree with them on that.
I would say that's fairly well substantiated.
I
It's
mean, I
like
would think
if you fill
right?
up with protein, then you're gapping out other things.
Yeah.
And maybe the stuff you're gapping out is processed shit.
Well, and God forbid we eat enough of that and intake enough of that.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless how you do it, you're getting something that is processed every day.
Yeah.
No doubt. So I was going to just see. I was going to
Okay.
go on a trial
When are you going to start?
when I get paid.
What is that?
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
is
that's
Yeah,
a,
yeah.
that- that's a
It's
bad.
always
The first.
That's a bad thing about a carnivore diet. You got
Yeah.
to pay for all that stuff.
I say, it doesn't just fall into your lap.
That's not a cheap diet by any
Oh,
means.
man.
But
No,
you
I
can
mean-
get cheap cuts. I mean, you just got
But
to eat
if
them.
all you're buying is meat, okay, think about it. What's your grocery bill
so what
today compared to like 2 years ago?
Oh, I can tell you. But hang on. But so what I would do is do like what we do for our meals is buy that half of that thing. You know
Yeah.
how many half-inch ribeyes you would get out of that?
Yeah, valid.
A ton of them. That
Yeah.
might be the way to go.
That may be the way to go. Buy it whole.
So by the whole subprimal or whatever they
or
call
half
it.
of one.
Yeah.
Buy half and tell them, hey, I want them cut up in half.
Subprimal, right? That's where you get like the ribeye.
Uh-huh.
It's just
You just have to cut it up at home on your own.
For the record, I need to use the bathroom if we get a chance.
Okay. I mean, we can wrap this up pretty quick.
Yeah.
How
Whenever y'all
desperate
want
are
to.
you?
Whenever y'all want to.
How desperate are you? Yeah, we can leave the other stuff, but I do want to say we were talking about food. We didn't really get into local, but we have another local lady I want to mention here in Paradise. Once again, Rayanne and the finish line. That's all a done deal. Yang Korean is a done deal, unfortunately. But there's a new place called Cafe Grace, little food truck. She's got weekly specials.
I think I talked to a lady yesterday at Brandy's about that, actually.
She's a legitimate, man. I mean,
it's not carnivore.
No. This is just local.
No,
this
it's
is local
good.
food. Yeah, just good food. She's got weekly specials, and it's like she's got the sandwiches and other type of fare, sweetened teas, flavored teas, coffees, but just like really good. I'm not joking. There's no place to dine in and sit, but you order. Go through the little drive-through, and then there's the other food truck that the mayor's related to, Midlife Crisis.
Midlife Crisis.
Oh, dude, they were at the Chief, not last month before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, so good.
So the Crossroads of Paradise here is once again kind of
Don't forget
hosting
beans and taters.
oh yeah, beans and
Place
taters.
is legit.
And then I think the sub
And-
shop is finally open.
The what?
The sub shop.
Is
The
it?
yeah.
Oh, dang.
sandwiches.
I didn't even know that. And
think
we got
it's
a liquor
finally
store
open.
now.
Dude, yes, they
Yeah.
do. Yes, they do.
Literally right out of the high school front doors.
Big things in Little
I mean,
Paradise.
hey, man, teach them young. That's,
Hey,
that's the place to go.
That's right. There's where you can go.
I think we've kind of covered everything. We were going to talk about honey. How about we save honey for next time?
Yeah.
Because you're going to come back on,
But
right?
let me know, man.
Okay.
Whenever.
For sure.
It doesn't have to revolve around trivia, obviously. You just come back
You let me know, man.
part of the bros now.
Sweet.
Okay. All right. Well,
All right,
With
well.
that, I had a nice thing to finish up on. You're too young to drink cheap whiskey. Drinking cheap whiskey takes years off your life.
Well, I mean, I'll say this. I'm 28. I started drinking whiskey when I was 21 minus a few. I think the first whiskey I ever tried was just regular Jameson.
Yeah.
And that kind of kicked me off on a spiral of, oh, man, this is good. What's better than this?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm still a huge Jameson fan.
Yeah.
I
It's a
always
good
will
Irish
be.
whiskey.
Oh, it's fantastic. But I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Just because for me, that's almost a life lesson.
Well, I fucked up my own quote. You're going to have to scratch that out, Doc.
No, it's actually pretty profound.
And
Just like you
You're
stated
gonna
it.
And when you say it's your quote,
That's my quote. I came up with it. Mowing the yard.
okay, because I'm going to
Honestly,
fact
I
check
think it's
it.
pretty profound, just like it is.
Hold on.
Okay.
Now that I'm going to amend my quote. Life is too short to drink cheap whiskey.
Oh.
And drinking cheap whiskey will shorten your life.
Oh, 1,000%.
Ain't that what you said?
No.
No. He said you were too young.
Yeah. Too young.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know. I kind of like the first one better.
No, I don't.
It's
This is my
almost
quote.
like, okay, so the first
doesn't
one
make
was
no
you're
sense.
too young to drink cheap whiskey. Whiskey takes years off your life. Like you have to pass through the shitty stuff first. You know,
Well, I mean, I
it's
feel like that's just learning in life.
I think that's what
That's pretty
Chance's
damn
quote
profound
is
right
trying
there.
to do is
Yeah.
not make you pass through the shit. Just listen to
Just
Chance.
listen
and
to our advice.
Go to the good whiskey.
Yeah. Just
Damn,
save up
that's-
your money and buy the good stuff.
damn, that's deep.
All right.
So deep. On that note,
So deep.
good night. Thanks, Drew, for
Adios.
being here.
Of course,
Yeah.
guys, anytime.
All right. We'll see you now on the next one.
Later,
Good
man.
night.
You've been listening to the Whiskey Bros Around the Table. Gracias por convivir con los hermanos Whiskey.